Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It is Sunday night. It is Sunday night shine time. I am your host, Nick. You are the awesome chat. 95% of you are awesome. The other 5 aren't. We'll let you figure it out. If you're looking in the mirror right now saying, is he talking about me? You might be in that 5%. But, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. I think we have a great show planned for you tonight. In a little while, I will be joined by New York Jet fan, Hall of Fame member, my friend Frank West. Does a lot for the community, does a lot for charity. He is a master tailgater. If you guys like hearing about different foods, if you like hearing about his experiences as a fan, we should have some fun in a little while with that. We also will have the Discords calling in after that. All the members of the Discord, if you are an active paying member of the channel, you get to call in first, as always. Hold on 1 second. But I saw something today. I saw it earlier on. We're starting off the show with our friend Georgie. Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Shine. Georgie, you are in the new raffle because in a little while tonight, we will be raffling off this. Finally, I get rid of it. I'll even dust it and make sure it's clean for you. Whoever wins it. The Sauce Gardner autograph helmet will be raffling off tonight to one lucky winner. I will tell you guys right now. Georgie, you are first in the next raffle. The next raffle is a Wayne Cribbett autographed helmet. We'll run that for 3 weeks. Every and all donations in the next 3 weeks, starting tonight, will go towards the Wayne Cribbett autograph helmet. And because I saw what I thought was a really good deal, as soon as that raffle comes to an end and we do that drawing, I also have an autographed Ken O'Brien jersey on the way that we will raffle off. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got a lot of fun stuff planned. We got a lot of good things coming down the pike with this channel. I thank you for being here. Rick Ken is here, which means one thing and one thing only. It's Sunday night. It's shine time. Buckle the fuck up.
Welcome, my friends. It's a shine time. Shine time. It's time to talk about the Jets. Don't you know it's shine time? Shine time. It's shine time. Time to be with my friends. Hey, have you seen my toe?
I have it. The toe's gone. There's a lot of interesting chat going on already. Our friend Lane. Give me 1 second. Paste. Sorry. Our friend Lane in the chat is asking Carly some serious questions tonight. Give me a second. Old man interneting. Copy link. Lane, you are a master negotiator, and I know what he wants it for. He wants for one reason and one reason only.
Draft Aaron Rodgers. Funny, he put me in the suit and tie that time.
Yeah. Shame on you, Lane. Shame. Shame, I say. But there's 42 of you here right now watching. Hit the like button. It's time to party. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you the Blitz BK trilogy.
Hey, Shiners. It's a party. My house. Discord party.
Blitz got beat.
Yo, we at Sean's crib about to turn up. Music bumping, party jumping. Please someone fill my cup. We greet each other. Merry Christmas! And let the Jets suck while Bobby yells at scandal.
Shut the fuck up.
Then Gary intervenes and tells them don't be mean. Eat a stick of butter every day and you'll be lean. Then Santa runs off. I hope we left some gifts because by Bobby scared him off, he's on the naughty list. This whole party's lit. Nate Clancy, many more, we hardly fit. And Addison and Weed bought that Marley spliff. I licked on my lips, cause old Jenna G make my heartbeat skip. Damn, Charles Gorman, was that how far you ripped? Too much egg in your the hot dogs and chips. Now I want my dip. Tell me where the hell is Santa? He ran so quick. I checked the bathroom and
It's got beat.
Gentry covered in football.
any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show. Dim the lights, but it's still bright as Nick time. Day or night, this is his prime, it's Nick Shine. Proud fan, well defined, so get in line. Toe to toe with any show, he only got 9. The best show on YouTube, bro, is easy. We talk Jets all day, please believe me. Subscribe, you just gotta click a family. We not a click in 3D. You can see a beautiful DP. We see through the fake teams and the tea leaves. So we pray for a coach and a QB and hope that we close to the top in the new league. A toast to the host with the most, Nicky. Who, me? Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show.
Fantastic.
Absolutely fantastic. Shout out to Blitz. Blitz is the man. But ladies and gentlemen, tonight is about the New York Jets. The New York Jets connection. It's an old one for them, a new one for us. How do we feel about it? How do we feel about the Justin Fields, Garrett Wilson connection? Now, I will say this. They do have chemistry. But that was in college with a different scheme, with the most athletic team almost week after week after week. It's a little bit different in the NFL, and it's a lot different when it's the New York Jets. Now, Justin Fields has never been an elite passer in the league. I'm not going to try to lie to you or pretend that he is. But I will say this. There's something about a comfort level. Oh, yeah. I'm out. Broke my own rule. I told everyone else to leave, and when it got quiet, I just assumed I was out, Addison. You're right. Good call. I apologize. Now, Justin Fields has never been an elite passer. He's an elite runner. But can this scheme, can Engstrand and Turner devise a scheme that finds Fields being comfortable back there, that uses his skill set as a runner to open up the passing attack? You know how another quarterback that we had liked to feed the ball to a wide receiver he had previous chemistry with? Maybe you see that. You do see quarterbacks go with what they're comfortable with in the NFL. They're comfortable together. You're probably going to see that be where Fields likes to look. Now, let's add something to that. Let's add a tight end. Let's add a tight end at the top of the draft. Let's get Tyler Warren. Let's go get another elite weapon. I tell you guys to do this all the time. Go look at Cole Kmet in 2022 and 2023 at Chicago with Fields at quarterback. His numbers are pretty good. For a shitty passing attack, his numbers are pretty good. I think it was 73 catches, 700-something yards, 6 touchdowns in 23. Had 8 touchdowns in 22. Young quarterbacks, especially ones that aren't confident, deep down the field passers, like their tight ends. They like their running backs in the flat. They like receivers that they have confidence, cohesion, and chemistry with. He's got that in Wilson. Could we design a situation for Fields to come in and finally go to the next level as a passer? Why not? Why can't we? Why can't the New York Jets be the place that Justin Fields, with his college tight end in Rutgers, we didn't even mention that yet. By we, I mean me. He's got familiarity there. we expect to see a lot of 12 personnel. One receiver, Garrett, 2 tight ends, possibly 2 in the backfield. You devise this system, and then you bring Fields along week after week after week. You don't put too much on his plate. You don't overwhelm him. You know, we've seen many teams. One of them just won the Super Bowl. You see Justin Fields being like a Jalen Hurts, being on a team that's primarily run. Hurts ran the ball a lot. Barkley ran the ball a lot. And then as Hurts got more familiar and more comfortable in that system, they open up the passing game more and more. They give Hurts a lot of safe passes, a lot of shots downfield after the run game gets going. Opportunistic chances they take down the field. Why can't we be that team? I think we have an underrated offensive line. I think a lot of the errors in our run game last year because how predictable our offense was. I've been through that. No reason to rehash that or bring that failure up anymore. But there were reasons, aside from blocking, that our run game was non-existent. This will be a team. This will be a scheme. This will be a coaching staff that commits to the run. You have the quarterback who can move. You have Braylon Allen. You have Breece Hall. You have 3 guys who are all capable of taking it the distance and running it down your throat time and time again. Is it exciting? No, 4 or 5 yards at a clip is not exciting. Is it exciting when you break one? Yeah, it's pretty exciting watching Saquon Barkley this year. It's pretty exciting watching Derrick Henry wear down a defense and then break runs. Why can't we be that team? Why can't we go get a tight end in round 1, an offensive lineman in round 2, whether it's a right guard or a right tackle? And why can't we have a dominant running attack? Last year, I believe we had the least amount of rushing attempts in the entire NFL. Why can't we flip that script this year and go into the top 5? The New York Jets win football games when they play defense and they control the clock. We've never had the luxury of an elite quarterback. We've never had the luxury of a shootout time and time again. Sometimes throughout history, yes, Brett Favre was capable of putting up points in 2008. It was the last time we had a top 10 offense. Ken O'Brien, previously mentioned, autographed jersey coming soon. For those of you who entered, in a little while after our guest, we will be drawing the winner of the Sauce Gardner autographed helmet. Now, for those of you who watch the show, for those of you that never miss a second, number 1, I love you. You're fantastic. Thank you. Number 2, there seems to be a number that pops up here all the time on this channel. There seems to be a number that we cannot get away from. On the wheel, there are 269 chances. Over the last 3 weeks, your super chats, your gifted memberships. Oh, this fucking computer is acting up again. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Let's drop this.
Good evening. Welcome to Thursday Night Throwdown. I'm your host, Nick.
When the blitz comes, there's no one to block him.
It's 10 o'clock, get ready for the showdown. 9 toes down, Nick, ready for the throwdown. We proud Jets fans, we don't play with them pronouns. Best roster in the league, we playing with the pros now. They tell us slow down, call us delusional. Call us losers as usual, but this season will be beautiful. Shotgun with you know who, but run it instead. Let Hall hit the hole hard.
That's what she said.
Ground and pound like it's 2010. The chat, we got many friends. Johnny wearing hats for super chat and watch him breathe again. Nick put the link so Bobby can call and speak again. Bonesy get the blunt, I got the weed and pens. We speaking green again. Jets news like it's CNN. A-Rod and Charles Gorman, it's like we seeing twins. Feeding tins, pounding on these bleeding fins. Week 14 and 18 when they needing wins. They ain't seeing them. We run the ball and play.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am back. Computer froze there. StreamYard's having issues. Jake's been going through it. Other content creators have been going through it. If you're trying to add or move things, it freezes. It's a pain in the ass. But we will be drawing that in a little while. Pittsburgh Pete here in the chat. Be careful about putting Justin Fields on a high horse. He has a hard time throwing the ball. I'm aware. I don't think anyone's putting him on a high horse with passing. But if you can devise and design a scheme that gets him comfort, that has him familiarity, he went to college with Ruckert, he went to college with Garrett Wilson. Why can't you open up and design things that plays to his strengths? You know, when you had him in Pittsburgh, you didn't redesign your system for him. But this system right now should be catered to him. He's your quarterback. Looks like he's probably going to be your quarterback for a year and a little bit more. So why wouldn't you design this to what he does well? I mean, it makes sense. You know, you get that running game going, you get those linebackers and safeties coming downhill, that's when you get somebody downfield. You don't ask him to be a Joe Burrow. You don't ask him to be a Drew Brees. You don't ask him to be an assassin from the pocket. You ask him, use your legs, get out in space. Linebacker commits, bloop, dump it over his head. Linebacker drops, run and get the 7-8 yards, get out of bounds. You design it so that he can succeed. Ladies and gentlemen, when you talk about legends, you talk about Rick Kent and you talk about the big fella. The big fella just gifted 10 channel memberships. Big fella, you are the man. They went to Bino, New Q, Dalt, Malcolm Harper, NYJ Today, Zach Rosenberg, 2025 lacrosse goalie, Ray K, JC, one of our resident Buffalo Bills fans, John Hepburn, and Rich. Big fella, you are the man. There's only one thing to say to that. Thank you. What did my head say when I saw it? Fuck yeah. Thank you, sir. Big fella, you are now in the Wayne Corbett helmet raffle for 15. If you give 10 memberships on this channel, you get 5 entries for free. So, ladies and gentlemen, the big fella is off to a big start. Georgie's in for 1. The big fella is in for 15. Awesome. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. You're the man. We got 71 of you here right now. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you do your part supporting the channel. If it's in a free way, by hitting the like button, if it's in a super chat or a gifted membership way, or if it's in a non-gay way, like Mikey Woodruff would say. Mikey, what do you think of this channel?
You know what? Nick Shine is cooking, everybody. Nick is the best chef fan you ever met your whole life. I won't lie to you.
Sober Mikey, double thumbs up. Charles Gorman being all female drama in the chat. I guess I am not a legend anymore, at least to Nick Shine anyways. Charles, took you to Breathless and wants you to get a lap dance by 2 ladies at the same time. You're a legend. You're a legend, Mr. Gorman. Don't ever think otherwise. And don't be dramatic in the chat to turn off to the ladies. So the commitment to the run game, very important for this regime. It's very important for Justin Fields. Today, the New York Jets made some moves. Let me get over here to this. All these different tabs are open. It seems like StreamYard is the issue. When you try to add something to StreamYard, it's been glitching. I saw something very cool today. Andre Sisco, New Jet safety tweeted, 5th grade me would be running through a wall right now, ecstatic about what's to come. God's grace simply never fails. And he's at a Jets game as a fan. How awesome is that? And now he comes home to play here. That's fantastic. We had an addition today. We're signing former Chiefs defensive tackle Derek Nottie. Now, Derek, it's a big boy. He's almost meets the criteria that I wanted. For those of you who've been watching, 6'4", 315 and above is my requirements for defensive tackles. He's 6'1", 317. So a little shorter than I like, but he's more stout, and he can be a run stuffer. That's what you need next to Quinnen. You need to open up the gaps, and you need to open up the edge. And you do that by getting a guy who can just push through the pile, up the middle, and create openings. You paid Sherwood money. You're probably going to re-up Quincy at some point. Let these guys run free. Thunderlips said, hold up. You said Wayne Corbett autograph helmet? I'll take 5 chances. Thunderlips, done. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. About to rub the lady down with essential oils. Gonna sound like I'm stirring a pot of mac and cheese. Good night. Godspeed. Nick, you're great. Well, Thunderlips, I would send you the call-in link, but I don't want to be disrespectful to your lady. But please, come back in about 6 to 7 minutes when you're done and say hello to us in the chat. Appreciate you, sir, and good luck in the Wayne Corbett raffle. And, of course, if you're watching the show, there are 69 people. Oh, 70 now. All right, I did see it. I did see it at 69. You know how we roll on this channel. It is constantly there. Oh, Thunderlips is back already. Quicker than I gave you credit for, Thunderlips. But enjoy. And from what I remember from my relationship days, the ladies do go wild over a little lavender essential oils. Enjoy. What are you guys saying in the chat? Tennessee lost today, but we still got the 2 seed. Nice. I'll be honest with you. My hand to God. Everyone knows I am a huge, huge North Carolina Tar Heel basketball fan. I have not watched 1 second of that team play a game live since Bill Belichick signed on to be the football coach at that school. I will not wear. I covered up the hat on the wall. I have not worn. I got a beautiful Nike winter North Carolina jacket. It's the warmest thing in the world. Didn't wear it once this winter. I got 2 fantastic. One's Tar Heel blue, long zip up hoodie. Did not wear it once. North Carolina gray zip up, beautiful fleece. Did not wear it. Did not wear any of my North Carolina gear this entire winter. 69 of you in the chat right now watching. Thank you. I appreciate it. You guys are the best. You know that number. It pops up here all the time. We can't hide from it. It's always here. If that number was in my real life a lot more, I wouldn't be doing shows as often as I do. So let's pray that that number appears in real life. Hell yeah, I'm sticking to my guns. It's the only gun I'll ever use. Bill Belichick ruined our lives for 25 years. Do you think I'm going to support Bill Belichick? Do you think I'm going to wear the same colors that Bill Belichick wears? You're out of your freaking mind. No way, no how, never. Never. Robert C., good question. I will say this. Watching that game Saturday night against Creighton and watching St. John's and there's not many times I enjoy watching the fans at the Garden be happy. I don't watch hockey. I'm not a Knicks fan. The organ player with the defense chant is fucking the most annoying thing in sports. I don't really get to ever watch sports. I'll get to watch the WWE, boxing, maybe UFC. But I very rarely get to watch basketball at the Garden and enjoy a game and be into it with the crowd. And Saturday night, was enjoyable to watch. I was with my son, my brother-in-law, my nephew. Even my mom came out. My sister were there. And it was a lot of fun watching St. John's. It was a lot of fun watching the New York City basketball program be on top again. It's been a really long time. Been a really, really long time. But yeah, I loved it. Well, you're a Knick fan, and you would enjoy that. You know what, Greg? I'll tell you this. Imagine having to sleep with Bill Belichick. Yuck. I hate Bill Belichick so much. He's even ruined 20-year-old women for me. I don't even flirt with Carly anymore because Bill Belichick is dating a 20-year-old. I'm strictly professional with Carly every time we speak now. I leave all the inappropriate comments to Lane. I'll leave it to you guys right now. Do you want to raffle off the helmet now? Do you want to do it now before the guest gets here? There's a lot of you in the chat who have chances in this wheel. As always, I leave it up to you guys. You guys run the show. Rick Kent, raffle now. Stack, raffle. All right. Ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. The raffle is there. All of the names are there. We are going to shuffle the names 3 times. And then we are going to spin it. And this is for the Sauce Gardner autograph helmet. Good luck. And the winner is, oh my Lord, Chef Kevin. Very close to Rick Kent. Rick, it was on. But ladies and gentlemen, Chef Kevin is the winner. I'm texting him right now. Congrats to Chef Kevin. Good for you, sir. Does a lot of good. Awesome. And now we're on to the Wayne Corbett autograph helmet. It should be here at the house tomorrow. But we will have that. And then as soon as that's done in 3 weeks, I have the Ken O'Brien autograph jersey en route also. So congratulations to Chef Kevin. I already texted him that he won and to send me the address. We'll hear from him. Now, I got something else planned for you guys right now. This is someone who over the last 2 football seasons has become a friend of mine. I am very happy to have him on the show for the first time. If you're a Jet fan, you know who this is. You've seen him. You may not know his name, but you know his face. He's everywhere. He's at every draft. He's at the combine. He's everywhere the Jets are. Neither one of them are in the playoffs. But we're going to change that. We're going to change that soon. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you my friend Frank, Jet Santa. How are you, Frank?
What's happening, Nick?
How's everything?
All right. How's the audio and everything? I was trying to test it out, and I realized I was running short on time.
Audio's good. Your green screen is eating into you. Are you wearing a green hat?
You know, I'm always wearing a green hat.
Yeah. That's why I got to go with the black hat, the white shirt. Yeah. You're looking good, man.
Right.
Looking good.
Yeah. I tried to put up the picture from London back there, but like you said, I got too much green. The room's green. Everything's green. I don't know.
Yeah, you got to live it. You got to live the green like we do, bro.
Yeah, man. Yes, how you been? I haven't seen you in a couple months.
I know. This is the part of being the fan and seeing all the other fans at the games. It's when the games stop, it's like, shit, do I really have to wait till August? You know, do I have to wait that long to see all my friends again?
I was just talking about this out in Indianapolis. At this point, the drought we've been in, half the times I feel like I'm doing these things just to see you guys. Like it's there's a game going on, but it's not nearly what it used to be. You know, it's more about hanging out with guys like yourself and the whole Section 124, everybody that tailgates with me over in D10. You know, it's just as much about that, if not more about that, than watching football anymore.
There's been times where I've gone up without a ticket just to see everybody because maybe it's Christmas time, maybe it's, Thanksgiving, and, you might not see them because we're on a road game for a couple of weeks, and I'll go up and see. My tailgate spot is back in K5 over by the Giants practice facility. Right. So, and we've been together since the old stadium, since 2000 when I got season tickets. My cousin, people that we've all, known and become friends with, and we've been together forever. So there's times where I'll just pop up for the tailgate and then leave and go home if we got like a family event going on. But yeah, man, these tailgates, you go through it, right? Like you might not sit together in the game with everybody, but you're hugging, you're laughing, you're crying sometimes after games together with everyone in the parking lot. So, we bonded with people that we tailgate with more than people, we probably see every day in real life because our commitment to this awful team.
Yeah, well, I take it even a step further. I'm in like a super fan, almost like a fraternity. It's called the PFUFA, Pro Football's Ultimate Fan Association. Mm-hmm. It's a mouthful, but and it's guys like me and you from teams all around the league. So that's why when you see me flying out to Indy, I mean, I don't know if you've ever been to a combine. It's boring. I mean, I'm watching kids younger than my kids doing exercise.
You're watching gym class.
Exactly.
You're watching gym class, and it's rated gym class. It's the physical fitness test.
Exactly. And then at the end of the day, the main reason I'm out there is these league-wide events. It brings out people from every team. So I get to see my crew from, all over the place. Guys from Dallas are showing up, guys from Jacksonville. Of course, the Colts fans are hosting it because up until next year, it's always been in Indy. But I think they said after 26, they may start moving it around, just like we used to have the draft every year over at Radio City.
Oh wow!
Now they're talking. Yeah, now they're talking about moving it around, like moving the draft around, which it's unfortunate because the way they built Lucas Oil, it was designed around the combine. So like you have the convention center, it's probably about two or three city blocks away in our terms, living up here. But there's tunnels that go in the ground, so they could do all their interviews and everything, and then walk across to the stadium without having to go out in that weather. Without it being freezing cold or snow. Yeah, I mean it was purpose built for this, and for them to take it away, I feel bad for the Colts fans. Like you got the stable master out there, Tim Norris. He's got he puts the tailgate together. I come out, I do the cooking for him, but he shows up with all the equipment and everything, and he does a really nice job putting it all together, and you're going to take it away from him. But well, maybe it's up in the air. You don't know what they're going to do.
I'm sure he'll still be there wherever they go, right? If he's in that group,
of course.
Awesome.
But,
let me ask you before we get into all that. Let's rewind a little bit. How did Frank West become a Jet fan, and what made you become a fan of this team?
People that know me are probably sick of hearing this. The only person that has a theory on it is my mom. And she said, since I was an infant, like couldn't even walk yet, I just gravitated towards things that were green. I always loved green, and that's always been my thing. And then by the time I got a little bit older, 4, 5, 6, I'm watching, TV with my dad, watching sports, and it was just always the Jets. He's the only person I knew that was truly like not partisan. Like he liked the Giants and the Jets equally. Like people always say that, oh, I got no problem with the Giants. Oh, I got no problem with the Jets. Everybody's got a problem with the other team, no matter who you are, except for my dad. Yeah, so I always gravitated towards the Jets, and I think that made him like the Jets a little bit more. And then 1987, he got season tickets for us. Awesome. Back then it was a wait list,
Yeah. And you know what? First game. You know what I found out? When the old stadium was done and they moved over to the new stadium, for those of you who might be young, There wasn't always cell phones and tablets and apps. There used to be ticket stores like in the mall, and then you would have to go to a Nobody Beats the Wiz, or in Woodbridge Center there was Select the Ticket, and you would go there and they would print out tickets for you. I found out that when the old stadium closed and the Jets were moving into the new one, 17,000 tickets were from ticket brokers like that. There weren't actual fans that had the tickets. That's why it was so hard for them. We didn't have, the reason there was a wait list is because of all those ticket brokers that were on there, which made it more difficult for us. But, you know, they were trying to be a business. You know, those were big money, and I'm sure they still are with all these apps that you see. But it kind of screwed the fans who wanted to be in the door and in the stadium for the big games. It's funny, 87, me, my dad, and my uncle had season tickets right 7 rows behind, right where the players came out.
Really?
Right under that tunnel. Yeah. We had good seats. I mean, they were like probably $20-$25 back then, right? Like, and that
I can tell you this: we were section 3. Wow, I'm getting old. It was either 314 or 340. I can't remember. I'm confused now. No, I think it was 340, row 14, way the hell up top, and our tickets were $22.50 a seat.
Nice.
You know, you can't even get into a parking lot now for $35.
No.
And
No.
the ticket to the game used to be $22.50.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, let me ask you this. What's your favorite part of being a Jet fan?
I got to say it's the people. Like the people that have been around. Like, you know, it was easy when we went to those back-to-back, you know, AFC games, the championship games. Even prior to that, we were pretty much always competitive. Like we'd go maybe 2 or 3 years without the playoffs. Then we'd be in it for a year or two. Then I think there was one stretch, maybe from like 90 to 97 or 98, where it was like 6 or 7 years where we didn't make the playoffs. But other than that, it was usually every couple of years. So you had people, you know, just funneling in. But the core group, like those diehards, the people that are always there, it's like, again, misery loves company. I don't know. I don't know what to say. But
we're bonded, right? We bond.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it comes down to. I mean, for me, a lot comes back to that my first game, which was 1986. Got to the game late. I got there, second quarter was almost over. And my favorite player, who I'd never seen play before, you know, only on TV, Wesley Walker, is, you know, maybe 75 feet away from me. You know, he's lined up. So the first play I ever saw live with my own two eyes was his first of 4 touchdowns that he caught that day. So that first touchdown that he caught in the second quarter, I just sat down in my seat as they lined up. You know, Johnny Hector was in
that was your first game?
That was my first game. That was my first play that I've ever seen. But
that was my first game. That was the game that made me. My grandfather took me. We were in the last row underneath the old Hess sign that hung up over with the speakers and everything. We were in the last row of the stadium. I think it was 322 because I later had seats in 324 up there. And I became a Jet fan that day because Walker's 4 touchdowns and the walk-off against Miami. And I turned to my grandfather and I said, this is the best team I've ever seen. We're going to win so much. I'm a Jet fan now.
Dude, that's unbelievable. That's your first game.
That's the game that made me a Jet fan.
I mean, I was already in over my head at that point, but I'd never been to a game. But that cemented it. Like, and you know, I waited almost 20 years before I got to meet Wes, and it was like an autograph signing somewhere. And I walked in. I didn't have anything to get signed. I just wanted to meet him.
Yeah.
And he walked over. And I walk over, and he's looking up like, "What did you have?" I said, "Mr. Walker, I just want to tell you something." And I gave him the full story. I gave you the Cliff Notes just now, but I could tell you when my uncle picked me up, I got in the car. Who Is Johnny by DeBarge was on the radio. I had to switch it over to the game. And I could still remember him fumbling for money to pay because you used to pay cash for it was just a long drawn out story. Yeah. And then he looks up at me and goes, "Get over here." And he puts his arms out and he gives me a hug. He makes me sit down with him for the rest of the autograph session. And he starts asking me about other games I had been to. And he's like,
awesome.
To a playoff game. Yeah. And it's, fast forward now, that's got to be 20 years since that first meeting, and he's my friend. Like he'll call me on my birthday, you know. If he knows my wife's birthday. He calls us on our anniversary. The holidays. I grow out the beard for the Christmas, the Jet Green Santa thing. So I'll call him on a video chat to talk to his grandkids and ask them if they like their Christmas presents and stuff like that, and they get all excited.
Awesome.
But Wes is he's a sweetheart of a man. I mean, if you watch his feed, he puts up pictures of me every couple of days.
That's awesome.
It's weird, man. Like you grow up watching this guy, idolizing him, and now it's like he's my buddy.
Yeah, that's remarkable. I've met him twice. I met him when me and the kids were walking into a game, and he was signing things and giving them out, and we had a picture with him. And he actually took the picture that he had and held it out in front of him and blocked my daughter's face. So Gator, who does a lot of the creations on Jake Asman's show and for me as well, he took my daughter's face and cropped it in over that. So it looks like she's in the picture now finally. But I saw Wes there, and then I saw him probably 2015 or maybe 2018. And they were doing him, Freeman McNeil, Wayne Corbett. They were doing a signing for the 23rd of December clearance sale at the Jet Shop at the stadium, and we went up.
Okay.
And I got to talk to him, and I said to him, I was like, you're the reason I'm a Jet fan. I'm like, I walked in, with my grandfather, and I saw that game, and I told him, and he looks at me, he goes, "That's what made you become a fan?" I go, "Yes." I go, "I owe all of my misery to you." I go, "You couldn't have had an off day. Do you know how much different my life would have been?"
I tell you what,
he's great.
I actually just had the opportunity to speak with Kenny O just recently. I don't know if you watched any of the feed I had going on in December. A friend of mine from Gangrene, UK, a fella named Warren Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
He was running whatever the date was in December. So on the 1st, he ran 1 mile. On the 2nd, 2 miles, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to the 31st.
Wow.
It came out to 400 plus miles for the month. I mean, he's an endurance runner, which is beyond marathon. He could go out and do 50 miles in a day if he wanted to, but to do it every day in a row is a bit much. Well, another mutual friend of ours, Anthony Cook, again, Gangrene UK over in London, he reaches out to me and goes, "Hey, you're friends with Wesley Walker, right?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Do you think we could get in touch with Kenny O'Brien?" I'm like, "Well, I call Wes, I'll ask him." And he goes, "Yeah, because Warren's got that tattoo," and it hit me. I've seen it a dozen times. I just always noticed a football player with a number 7 on his arm, but it's Ken O'Brien. So Warren had played for years in a league over in London, and he modeled everything. He was quarterback. Everything he did was studying Ken O'Brien tapes and everything, because football isn't like it is here, so you kind of self-taught, So I reach out, I get in touch with Kenny. We hit it off. He was like, "Hey, Wes had good things to say about you. I give you a call." And I shot a little video. Kenny shot a little video, commending Warren on his endeavors and telling him I can't wait to see that tattoo in person. I heard some good things. So we ended up, when we sent him the video, we had his wife record him watching the video. So I did it like a duet side by side, so you could see what Warren was watching. So one thing that I had to tell Kenny, just like I had to tell Wes about my first game, my wife busts my chops whenever I go out of town. I'm so amped up on seeing my friends and everything else. I forget to tell her I landed, so she gets pissed off. So now the code is every time the wheels of the plane touch the ground, all I do is text her, "O'Brien to Walker." And she knows O'Brien to Walker equals touchdown. So,
nice.
All right, he's on the ground. So I told Kenny that. He started laughing his ass off.
Awesome. Tremendous. Yeah, I got to meet Kenny O. I got to meet. I met Wes. I got to meet Kenny O because, I was born in 78. So that mid 80s when that 85, 86 team, when we won 10 and 11 games, and Ken O'Brien to Walker, Ken O'Brien to Tune, out on my front lawn, throwing the ball and then running under it, doing the play-by-play as a kid, pretending to be them. It would be a dream for me to meet Kenny on top of meeting Wes already.
Well, this year he told me he wants to come out to at least 2 games. You know, because for a number of years he hasn't even been going to games. He's just been handling his life out there on the West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, you know, I'm really starting to miss it more and more now. I want to get out there. So he's going to reach out to me when he decides what games that he wants to see, like when the schedule comes out.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to coordinate with Warren and try to get him out here for the same thing. So we'll, you know, he'll be over at my tailgate, you know, because Wes talked up my food, you know, all the stuff I make. And Kenny's like, man, I got to come try some of this stuff. Wes had me all excited, telling me about these things you make. So, you know, hopefully he'll be able to get out here this year, and I'll give you guys up.
You say when, I'll be there, man. That would be great. Thank you for thinking of me.
Of course.
I'm going to change it up here a little bit. We haven't had a lot of them, but we've had some. Favorite moment as a Jet fan?
You know, like some of my most favorite cherished moments, if you will, it was more about who was with me. You know, like, all right, let me here's one. I don't want to put it at number one, but it's definitely up there. Overtime win against the Patriots. What was that? 2015. Decker catches that touchdown.
Yeah.
Okay. It just, you know, at that point, my boys were at that age where, like, you know, yeah, I'm too big. Don't hug me. You know what I mean? I'm, you know, like 16, 17, whatever. When Decker was only, you know, just to the left, you know, I sit in section 124, right? Right behind the, like I said, if you're on the field, it's the left upright. You know, where I'm sitting, it's the one on the right side. So Decker catches that over in the corner by the other upright. But just the emotion that came over both my sons simultaneously, I had one on each side. They just jumped up and they started hugging me. And my wife had the presence of mind to snap a picture of the three of us there. And then on top of all of that, when she takes the picture, you could just see my dad's hand come over the top and he's patting me on the head. So it was like me, my kids, my dad, we were just all huddled in there. Like, you would have thought we just won a Super Bowl, you know, and it was just another game. And, you know, and well, that was a winning season, but still, it didn't get us anywhere. But yeah, so that meant a lot to me. And then there was, I want to say Tampa week 1, 2014. I want to say it was 2014. If you remember, they used to do the junior flight crew. Mm-hmm. They had the little girls that would go out and right. So my daughter had heard about it. She insisted, Dad, I want to do this. I don't care if you don't get me anything for my birthday. I want to be on that flight crew. I'm like, okay. So they used to only do it in a preseason game. Yeah. But they got such a good feedback about it. They called us up and said, hey, do you think Morgan would be interested in doing week 1 when they play Tampa? We want to do this as the halftime show. So, of course, she's all over it or whatever. And when they just open up at halftime and there's my daughter 90 foot across, it was just her. Like the guy who knelt down with the camera was just right where she was at. And she's doing her little routine and she's up on the screen. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. That's my baby.
Oh, that's awesome.
You know? So, like, there's so many little moments like that. But if it comes down to just pure football, it has to be O'Brien to Walker. It has to be that September 21st.
The moment that started it all.
Yeah, it has to be that. Because, I mean, everything was going wrong up until that point. Like, we got to the game, half the game was over just about. That was like towards the end of the second quarter. And then that's the first play I see. And it just like, there was no turning back from that point. Like, I was hooked.
Awesome. All right. Got to follow it up with this. If we're going to the best moment, we got to go to the worst. What's the worst moment as a Jet fan? Now, there's a lot more to pick from than the best moments. But what's that moment that punches you in the gut? It makes the eye tear up when you think of it. What's that Jet moment for you?
I could think of 2 of them off the top of my head.
What do you got?
Wayne never fumbles. He never fumbles. What's his career numbers? I should Google it right now. How many fumbles did he have in his fucking career? Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right. No, dude, it's
All
fine. This might be the longest we've ever gone without cursing on this channel. So the chat just kind of was like, oh, okay. Back to normal.
So
you can speak freely here.
Wayne never fumbles. He's sure-handed. He's missed a third down in that AFC Championship game against Denver. And he's just reaching out for it. He didn't need the first down, but he was just instinctively reaching out for it, and he lost the ball, and that changed the complexion of that game. Yeah. I mean, I still, at halftime, called the number on WFAN because I'm one of them weirdos. Like, if I'm not at the game, I'll watch it on TV, but I'll put the audio on the radio. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather listen to Bob Wischusen screaming than the TV announcers.
Yeah.
So I still called the number they put over on WFAN to buy your Super Bowl package. And I called up, and the guy answered the phone. He goes, listen, we have caller ID. I see where you're calling from. If this game doesn't go the way you want, you're going to lose your deposit. And I told him, I said, I don't give a fuck. We're winning this game. So I paid $500. It was just my donation to the Super Bowl that year because we didn't make it. So, yeah, that was a bad one. And then to follow up with, I guess that would be the following season, another guy that never fumbles, Curtis Martin. And then Vinny goes back for the ball, and that was that.
Yeah.
That was a lock. That's exactly the feeling with Aaron Rodgers when he went down in that Buffalo game. I'm like, not again. This cannot happen again. There's only been 2 times in my life where preseason all of the analysts are saying the Jets are going deep into the playoffs, if not the Super Bowl. I'm like, you got to be kidding. Only 2 times. And both times I lose a quarterback to an Achilles injury. I swear to God, we're cursed.
Yeah.
It's unreal.
That Vinny one, I was watching a game in the living room with my father. I'm 19 years old. My mother and sister, when they announced it, my step grandmother used to live across the street. My mother took my sister's hand, said, let's go, and just went over there for the rest of the afternoon. And my father and I sat there in awe. Like, we sat there, we always talk, whether we're watching a game of teams that we love or if we're watching a game with 2 teams we've never even heard of. We're breaking down the game. We're being analytical. Mm-hmm. We're discussing the coach's decisions, the play calls. It's just what me and my dad did. We didn't say a word for the rest of the game. We just sat there motionless. That to me, was the most gut-wrenching moment that ever happened as a Jet fan. You know, because like you said, everybody had us. Elway retired. Everyone said it's the Jets to lose. No, Bill Parcells, the whole offense is back. The defense is elite. They got a great offensive line, the running game. They got Keyshawn Crabette at wide receiver. There was no holes on that team. Yeah, that's it. It got taken away from us in mid-second quarter on that stupid AstroTurf with that red Sports Authority or New Jersey Sports Authority logo with the state in it. Oh, fucking. My stomach turns when I think of that field because of that moment. All right. Enough of the negative. Let's talk some fun shit.
All right.
What was it like being inducted into the first fan Hall of Fame class?
That was something else. I mean,
what was that moment like when you get that call?
Confusion, because I did not think that would happen. I mean, truth be told, you ever see John Picano? He wears he looks like Liberace, got the sequin shirt and whatever. He's 86 years old now. That's who I voted for. Like, that's who I thought would be in it. And then he didn't make the top 10, and I did. And I couldn't figure it out. So I called the rep and I said, how is this possible? Like, where's Cuz? You know, he's like 40 years my senior. Like, why isn't he in this? And they said, listen, we got thousands of, you know, I think the exact phrase was, we've got hundreds, if not thousands, of nominations for people describing you. Like, they don't know your name, but they say he sits in section 124. He always wears a Wesley Walker jersey. He dresses like Santa Claus with the green Santa thing on. You know, he's always throwing Zeppelis to the crowd. That's one of my things in my section. I make Zeppelis at the tailgate, and I'll put them into little bags of like 6. As soon as the Jets score, I just start throwing them out to everybody. But yeah, I mean, it was just unbelievable how many people nominated me, and I guess that was the determining factor. Like, aside from, I think some of the players I know, like Wes may have very well threw my name in the hat. You know, I don't know, but whatever the case may be, it was overwhelming. And like on the phone call, I remember Neil Glatt calling me, and when I answered and I said hello, he goes, "Hey Frank, this is Neil Glatt, New York Jets." I'm like, "Hey, what's going on, buddy?" He goes, "I just wanted to be the first to tell you that you're being inducted into the Jet Fan Hall of Fame." And the way they played it the day of the induction, you hear me say, "Oh, that's incredible news." It actually went, "Can you hang on a second?" And I put the phone down and went and cried for about 30, 40 seconds. I was just a mess. And then I picked it back up. I said, "Oh, yeah, that's incredible news, man. That means a lot to me." I tried playing it off, but I broke down. And then at the time, I was out of work for a few months because I snapped my bicep off playing baseball. You know,
I snapped both of mine off, the right and the left. We got a lot in common, Frank.
Yeah. So they had me on the IR at the time, so nobody's home. My wife's at work, the kids are at school, and I took that phone call and I sat on the couch just all teared up for hours. And then she came home and she said, "What happened?" Like, she thought somebody died. And I was like, "I just got inducted into the Jet Fan Hall of Fame." And you know what? Her and the kids, you know what they said? "Oh, we figured as much." I'm like, how can you say that? They're like, "Who else is all over the place like you? You follow these guys around. If they got one win, you're still going to games, pouring rain." I said, "Yeah, but what do you think? I'm the only one? There's got to be thousands of other people." And it's like, whatever. Congratulations. And they just didn't mean shit to them. I was a disaster. I was like, I can't believe this, you know? But,
well, it's nice when you put in all that time, energy, effort, finances. You know, it's nice to get a return from the team and be recognized by your other fans for your commitment. And, you know, I've known of you for years, but I've just recently been able to call you a friend, and I see it. So it's well deserved. And if you weren't in it, I would be leading a charge for you. So well deserved.
Thanks.
Congratulations. And as you can see, everyone, it hasn't stopped him. He hasn't changed. You know, some people when they get recognition will maybe put it in cruise control, but I give you my word, this man is committed. Let's talk about your commitment. Let's talk about, well, actually, give me 1 second.
Sure.
Being the diabetic that I am, I do need a pee break. I am going to play one of the songs that have been created for the show, and I will be right back in 1 minute. We'll be right back with Frank West. Stand by.
It's got me.
Gentry covered in purple. Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show. Dim the lights, but it's still bright as Nick time. Day or night, this is his prime, it's Nick Shine. Proud fan, well defined, to get in line. Toe to toe with any show, he only got 9. The best show on YouTube, bro, is easy. We talk Jets all day, please believe me. Subscribe, you just gotta click a family. We not a click in 3D. You can see a beautiful DP. We see through the fake teams and the tea leaves. So we pray for a coach and a QB and hope that we close to the top in the new league. A toast to the host with the most, Nicky. Who, me? Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show.
Fantastic. Oh, look at you.
Oh,
Perfect timing. Both of us.
Yeah.
Perfect. 1:09 is the perfect time. So where we were, you mentioned a couple things. You mentioned it earlier, and I'm glad you didn't get to it because I wanted to talk to you about it. For those of you that don't know, this man, I met him because when I would show up to tailgate, and the gates don't open till 8 o'clock for a 1 o'clock game, and me and my tailgate, we get in line probably about 7:15. And I walk over to Frank, and we became friends on Facebook first before we knew one another. And I walked up to you. You were dressed as the Joker for Halloween in the 2023 season. And I walk up to him. I'm Frank. I'm like, how you doing? I'm Nick. We're friends on Facebook. I'm like, I've seen you a bunch. And I'm like, I just want to come over and introduce myself. You're like, oh, you're going to love this. Come check this out. And you go over me. You show me your baby. You show me the towers and the racks that you have. Tell everyone a little bit about your game day experience, what time you get there, the prep that you do, and I'll ask you more after that, but let's go through that first, because you are committed and you are a legendary tailgater.
Yeah, it's pretty funny what you said before. Like, some people go on autopilot, and it's like every time I received some form of acknowledgement or accolade or something like that, I felt like that put more pressure on me to do more. You know what I mean? Because I didn't want to be that guy. Like, oh, look, yeah, I made it to the Hall of Fame. I'm done. You know, same thing with when I was on Chopped. You know, I just was doing what I do. Like, I like throwing that big tailgate party. I like, you know, experimenting with food. I was never formally trained. I taught myself how to cook in a parking lot. But then once I won Chopped, you know, all these people hitting me up on social media and everything else, asking me for tips and recipes, whatever. So I had to streamline what I was doing so I could articulate it. Like, I was one of those guys that was like, would cook with like feel, you know what I mean? Like, just the way my grandparents would cook something, I watched them and I just mimic what they were doing. Then I started to quantify it, like, you know, measuring everything out, making the recipes, whatever. And it got to the point where I built, you know, I took the winnings from Chopped and I built a purpose-built tailgate trailer, because at that point, I mean, I had 20 plus years, 30 years under my belt of tailgating, and I knew what people gravitated towards. You know, I knew what they liked, and I knew what cooking implements I needed to produce that. So, so I put a pressurized smoker so I could cook 9 racks of ribs every 45 minutes to an hour. I got a 9-gallon deep fryer so I can make the buttermilk chicken sandwiches at Blee's, you know, whatever. A 3-well steam table to keep everything warm once it's been cooked. A 36-inch flat top griddle and a 27,000 BTU infrared grill, so I could cook for 300 people an hour. That being said, I've partook in some other tailgates, not just my own, where, you know, people would pay to be there, and I would know a head count on how many people are coming. So if I had to, like, a 1 o'clock game and I knew I had 900 plus people coming, I'd be there at 4:30 in the morning, and I would have, you know, three or four cooks of ribs under my belt. So you're up to like 27 to 36 racks of ribs ready to go, and then just hundreds of buttermilk chicken sandwiches, and just it was absolute madness. Nowadays, I dialed it back a little bit. Now I'll have maybe a couple hundred at a tailgate. You know, that 1,000
Just
people thing. Yeah, I mean, that's small. Yeah,
it's easy. It's a breeze.
Listen, I flew out to California and I didn't even have I told him, I said, what equipment do you have? And the guy goes, we've never tailgated. We don't have jet games out here. It's the LA Jet fan group.
Yeah.
You know, the Great Gatsby show. I don't know if you've ever seen him. You know, Gio Giuseppe, right? Saucy Capone. He's got a million names. So they put together where they picked up a kettle grill and like all this stuff. I was like, all right, get these provision. And I still cooked for, had to be 100, 120, 150 people that day, you know? So like, yeah, anything under 200-300, that's easy. It's like family dinner.
So let me ask you this. I know you make a lot and everything you make is tremendous. What's your favorite game day item to make?
That's a tough one. I honestly think it's probably the new thing like just so I could see the reaction. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So whatever the new thing may be, a couple years
Okay.
ago, I came up with the gangrene glizzy, where all it was a hot dog with what looked like relish. It was just a green topping and then queso fresco. So it was a green and white hot dog. And people look at it and like, oh, I don't really like relish. I'm like, just try it. And then when they bite into it and they realize that's not relish that's on there. It's like a green pico de gallo is the best way of putting it. Like I came up with this on my own. And when they bite, it's not just the flavors that dance around in your mouth, but the textures too. Like I'll have, I don't want to give up the recipe. There's a lot of good stuff going on in there.
Okay. Yeah,
So
I'm sure.
I'm
sure you're not just taking a hot dog off the grill and going, here, eat. It's you.
Right,
I know there's layers to it.
Right. So that's what people think when they see it. And then when they try it, they're like, oh my God. And then I guess it was, what was the new one last year? Last year I did, and like you would never guess by looking at me, but my paternal grandmother is from Calcutta. All right. She's, Indian, right? So you would never think, blue eyes and stuff. But so I grew up eating curry. So, last year was like 20 years since my grandmother passed away. So I called my family out west and asked them, I asked my aunt specifically, hey, do you have grandma's recipe for curry or whatever? She sent it over to me. A few months of working it out, I turned it into a dry rub. And then I put that on some they call them assorted chops, but really what it is, it's a pork shoulder that they slice on a bandsaw. They sell it at all the supermarkets. You'll see it at like Walmarts and ShopRites and whatever. If you see assorted chop, that's really a picnic roast, a pernil, like a shoulder.
Okay.
But the fat's marbled in on that, and the curry just works well with it. So I put that on some naan bread with some peppers and onions diced up small, but just softened, not too soft. Like they still have a little crunch to them. And then I made a homemade honey mustard that I put on it. And when people pick it up, it looks almost like a taco, to be honest with you, like a gordita almost. You know what I mean? And then they take a bite and they're like, "What the hell is happening?" Like it just they don't get it. It's like it's just jumping all over the place. It's an emotional experience. So it's whatever the new item that I'm making for that year. And trust me, it's not like there's a lot of trial and error. It's like like I said, I'm not formally trained, so I'll practice quite a bit. My wife gets mad; she says I'm putting weight on her, but so I'll just keep cooking. Here, try this, whatever. And then once I get her seal of approval, then I'll bring some to work. Like I'm that nice guy at work. Oh, I made lunch for everybody. And I'm like, oh, why is this guy so generous? Yeah, because I'm watching your face as you eat it to make sure it's good.
You're my lab rats. You don't know.
Exactly. It's exactly it.
Awesome.
But yeah, so but
random follow-up, are you hiring?
Yeah, man. This time of the year, like I just worked something out this morning. Side dish, I don't know what I'm gonna call it yet.
Jet related?
I like to come up with. Oh yeah, it's gonna be tailgate.
Awesome.
It's gonna be. I gotta be perfectly honest with you. It's basmati rice, like the Indian style rice, but the seasonings and everything I put in it, and then mom's all Italian, so of course there's fresh mozzarella mixed in. And when you're done, it tastes like rice-a-roni. I'm not gonna lie to you. It came out just like rice-a-roni. The thing is, you're getting all whole ingredients. I don't use there's no like chemicals, no preservatives. This is all. I make it fresh here, like even when I buy my seasonings and everything's organic and, whatever. So it's like comfort food. And it's like, oh, maybe I shouldn't, but you're not getting all of that, all that chemical nonsense that you get in the box stuff,
Yeah. Okay. Now, I know through our discussions, you do like to do some stuff for charity.
Oh yeah.
What's your favorite charity or your favorite cause to help out?
I got to go with Marty Lyons. I mean,
as
far as a structured charity, if it was the kid across the street got hit by a car and they wanted to do a fundraiser, that's my favorite one, where it's going directly right to it.
Yeah.
But that's the reason I like Marty Lyons so much. I think it's somewhere between 95 and 98 cents on the dollar goes to the kids. Like his operating costs are extremely low. Everyone that works for that organization is a volunteer, like from the attorneys to the accountants. I mean, they literally just have a tiny little office, and that's about it. Everybody else is volunteering for it. And the big thing about the Marty Lyons Foundation, everybody says, "Oh, it's like Make-A-Wish. I donate to Make-A-Wish," but the wait list for Make-A-Wish is a couple of years. The kids that Marty's taken on don't always have a couple of years. So, it's I was blessed to have 3 healthy, happy, intelligent children. They're not even kids anymore. They're 20, 24, 25, 26. They're men and women,
Yeah.
But it's the least I can do is help out a little guy or little girl that wasn't as lucky, that they may not make it to 23, 24. They might not even make it to 15, So that's Marty's doing a great thing, and bless him for that.
Absolutely. And I need to get involved with that's one of the things I have on my list for this year is I'm all about personal growth with the hell that I've put myself through for many years. And that's one of the next levels that I want to get to, is to get involved with something and either do collections or push and funnel people to a charity. And everything that I've heard from you and others is that the Marty Lyons Foundation is the way to go because of everything that you just described. So you're not the first person to tell me that, but I'm almost 100% that'll be something that you'll see from me going forward is helping out, especially with all the involvement that I do with youth sports and helping out kids. If it's something to help out kids who haven't been dealt the best hand, then count me in to help them out. So yeah, we'll have more talks off there.
What they did for me, which is the number one reason I can continue to do what I do, is they made me my own QR code, right? So I hang it up at the tailgate, and everything comes out of my pocket. I buy all the food and everything, and I spend a small fortune doing it. And then people try to pay me or tip me or whatever, and I'm like, oh man, if you feel like you owe me something, scan that QR code, make whatever donation that you see fit. This way, it's one thing I always hate about giving to charities or even like charity events that people are holding. Everybody tries to count your money. They're like, oh man, there was 300 people at that tailgate. He must have pocketed half that money. You know what I mean? No, that's never an option with me, because the money goes straight to Marty Lyons. All I'll get is a notification that said, hey, Nick Shine just donated $50 to the Marty Lyons Foundation. They just give me a courtesy email letting me know that you scanned my QR to make the donation. But that's a big thing for me, because you always, especially the bigger it gets, everybody starts thinking that this funny business going on, So rest assured, you come to my tailgate, no money ever changes hands. I won't take a penny from anybody. You just got to send it through that QR code.
Awesome. Very stand up and expected of you, knowing you the way I do. That's awesome. You want to take some questions from callers?
Yeah, if anybody wants to hear me babble on about something, I'm more than happy to talk.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, our first caller is the great Charles Gorman. How you doing, Charles?
Hello, Mr. Frank West. How are you? It's a pleasure to meet you.
How you doing?
Good. I actually just looked this up a while ago, but have you actually ever made gorditas, if I said that correctly?
No, I have not. The closest I've ever, I shouldn't even say it's close, but I've made sopes, which is like, it's basically like a fresh tortilla. It's not like the gordita type. So, I mean, use masa and stuff. They'll have a lot of same ingredients, but it's not risen like that. I make naan all the time, which is like basically an Indian version of the bread. But like I said, I grew up around that. So
you've been a Jet fan since the 80s. God bless you, sir. My dad has been a Jet fan since Joe Namath days.
Good for him. He's still hanging in there, huh?
Yeah, one of his best friends was a season ticket holder for many years. I don't know if he still is, but I'm sure he is. And you actually met Wesley Walker out here. He's supposed to be a very nice guy.
He's unbelievably nice.
I told Nick Sean, but when I first asked my dad about Wesley Walker, he said to me without hesitation that he was an incredible football player.
I tell you what, and he was born blind in one eye.
Yeah,
And
that's what my dad told me. I was like, really?
Yeah.
And my dad was like, yep. And I'm like, wow, that's even more impressive.
It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
Well, Charles, Frank, I don't know if you know, Charles is very famous.
I'm a YouTuber myself.
He's very famous in the YouTube community. And on the Jake Asman show, there is something they've been trying to get from Charles for a very long time. And
It's chicken
since
soup
you
recipe,
are
which I'm
Charles, let me give me a second, Charles. His mother makes a world famous chicken soup, and we've never been able to get the recipe. And Alan asked, is there any way that we can get the recipe now, Charles, with Frank, an elite chef who creates on his own? Would you be willing to share it with him?
I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask my mother's permission on that, and I'm afraid my mother will most likely not be interested.
Right.
It's nothing against you, Mr. West. It's just that my mom is a very private person a lot of the times. Plus, I remember when we tried to get Jadavion come, Jake Gass was like, ask your mom to make your famous chicken soup. And I told that to my mom. You know what she said? In their dreams.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I get it, man. You put a lot of work into coming up with these recipes, and it's not something you just want to part with. Or it's been in the family for a long time, and it's always been like a family thing. So I can totally side with your mom, and I would never get offended if a person won't give me a recipe because nobody gets any of mine. I'd make it for you. I would make it for you if you said, "Hey, I want to try your curry pork or your buttermilk chicken." I'll tell you when I'm making it, and you're more than welcome to stop by. But I wouldn't give you the recipe.
Thank you, Mr. Frank West. And you're Chet Santa. I'd say you look really good as Santa.
Thanks, fella. I appreciate that.
No problem. Nick, how you doing, buddy?
Can I change the background while we're on?
Today is my mom's birthday, by the way. I just told that.
No, is it?
Yes.
Really?
What the hell are you doing here? Why aren't you hanging out with Mom?
Well, Mom's getting ready for bed. We had dinner. We had dessert.
Where'd you go? Did you go Pino's?
No, we went to Pino's yesterday. We had a St. Patty's Day dinner today. We had corned beef. My brother had London broil.
Nice.
We had fries. We had potato salad. Well, I had the fries. They had the potato salad. And for dessert, we had pastries.
Awesome. What'd you
So we had an Irish dinner and Italian dessert.
Nice. What'd you get from Pino's yesterday? Charles lives in the same town here in Woodbridge as me, so we frequent a lot of the same places.
I had 12 boneless chicken wings and some fries, and I saved some of my fries for dinner tonight.
So you had chicken nuggets.
Well, they're boneless chicken wings too, but
Those
I
are
get
chicken
what you're
nuggets. If it doesn't have a bone, it's a chicken nugget.
I get what you're saying, Nick. Yeah.
It's chicken nugget.
But dipped in honey barbecue sauce with the ranch on the side. I also like blue cheese too. Not everyone likes blue cheese for some reason. I love blue cheese.
I don't like blue cheese. It smells like feet.
Really?
Oh, thank God. I thought that was me. I just had blue cheese earlier.
But that's all I got for now. I won't be able to hang out later on, Nick. I'll be going to bed. Mr. Frank West, it's a pleasure meeting you. Continue doing what you're doing, and God bless.
Charles, next time you speak to your mother, please tell her Nick Shine said happy birthday to her.
I'll do it right now after I get off, okay?
All right. Well, let's change that sentence. Wait before you get off. Go tell her, then come back, and then get off if you want to.
All right, thank you.
All right, Charles. Thanks for calling, buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, the great Charles Gorman. Yeah, they've been trying to get the chicken noodle soup recipe from Charles's mom for many years now. He will not waver. He will not give it up. But yeah, happy birthday to Mrs. Gorman. She's the best. I had the pleasure of meeting Mrs. Gorman, a friend in the chat, Addison, and I went there. We took Charles out for pizza in December when Addison came out here, and then we got invited back into the Gorman house to meet the parents. It was quite the experience meeting the family. But for anyone else who is in the Discord, the call-in link is posted in there later on in the show, because tonight is the now with my new work hours, tonight is the long show. We will drop the chat drop the link in the chat later on. But Frank, let me ask you, I got you. Thoughts on this offseason? Thoughts on this new regime what you see with their plan, how they're not shopping big, but it looks like they want to build it the right way. Short contracts, don't live through free agency, draft the right way. What's your thoughts? Where are you at?
I tell you, it's a very active, one of the most active off seasons I've ever seen. And it's like, I like to believe that there's a method to the madness. They're not just like throwing stuff in the shopping cart to say. But I mean, some of the pieces that they're picking up, I mean, I don't know, like the Fields thing, that could be, like a hero or a goat situation, like put him back with Garrett and maybe that connection is there. And even Ruckert played with him, right? I mean, that's like a whole Ohio State reunion right now. But I mean, I don't like what's the interception to touchdown ratio? It's like 45 TDs, 31 interceptions. That's not good. That scares me. Yeah, that one shakes me up. And we got that cat from Kansas City. But I mean,
Nandi.
like both of yeah, I mean it's Derek, right? Yeah. Both of
Derek Nadi and then ADI Nadi, 6'1", 317, no sacks. Seems to be a gap stuffer, which we need. We've had 285-pound. There was tight ends that used to be on this team back in the day that were bigger than our defensive tackles. Kyle Brady, Anthony Beck were around 280, 285. We need some big bodies at defensive tackle. So I'm hoping for a massive guy or two on the D line in the draft.
But I tell you, the thing that bothers me though is that, I mean, maybe it's just my imagination. Maybe I'm a conspiracy theorist, but you see a lot of non-calls against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
And you ain't going to get away with that when you're wearing green and white. Like, they call everything. You fart too loud, and they're going to throw unnecessary roughness flag on us.
Yep.
So the stuff he was getting away with KC is not going to fly here. And there's holding on every play. I get it, and it is going to be incidental little face masks here and there. But you got to play damn near perfect if you're going to put a Jet uniform on, because we are just like under a microscope all the time. So it always gets me nervous if they come from like the in team. Like whenever we picked up somebody off like a Patriots waiver or practice squad acquisition or something, I'm like, this may not work with us because they get away with everything. We get away with nothing. This guy is going to be a flop. I don't know. I mean, they signed a punter. That's always scary. That doesn't show, that doesn't instill a lot of confidence in your offense. I mean, you want to sell me on the Fields trade, fire all the kickers. Be like, nope, we don't even need special teams. You know what I mean? But you sign a punter before you sign the quarterback. That's like, all right, you already know the people you're looking at aren't going to get it done.
Yeah, I think they want to. Here's my vision for it. My vision on what I think they're going to do, and I take my fan hat off and I look at it from the organization side, and I do that, and some fans get upset because they only think as fans, but I can switch the perspective that I'm looking at it from, and here's what I see. I see a team that's taking on, that wants to get rid of the dead cap money, 25, 26 between Rodgers, Mosley, have no dead cap money or very, very little going into 2027. You have Fields for 2 years. Starter this year. Next year, 2026. You trade up. You go all in. You get your franchise quarterback. You start with Fields, and then you transition to the rookie. If you hit with the rookie quarterback, now in 2027, year 2 of the rookie, like the Patriots with this offseason with May, like Washington with Daniels, they put themselves in position to have a young quarterback and have a shit ton of cap space to go and build around the young quarterback. Now, you hit on the draft this year, you get a couple nice pieces, you get a tight end, you get another receiver, you finish the offensive line. Now, all of a sudden, next year, you go all in, you get that quarterback. You have some pieces here. You have 2 running backs right now. You have 4 of the 5 offensive linemen together. You might lose Simpson after next season, or you can extend them if things go well this year on the line. You have potentially a young tight end. You have a lot of things in place for a young quarterback to succeed in. You keep building upon that, and you do one of these weird things that other teams in the NFL do. You build a top offense. You don't buy it. You build it. Once you create the top offense, Tyreek Hill, Kelsey, Mahomes, all drafted. You look at Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp, Kyron Williams, all drafted. You look at James Cook, Dalton Kincaid, Keon Coleman, Josh Allen, all drafted. You get your key pieces, and then you sprinkle in some free agents around it to complement your core. Right now, we're without the complete core because we don't have the quarterback. So why bring in all the fancy gadgets and gizmos and the fancy rims and the spoiler, but you don't have the engine yet, right? You don't pimp your car out until you have the most important components. And I think that's where we're at. Now, I get it. Fans are going to be upset. We have a long playoff drought. But we tried this in 2015. We went all in with free agents. Didn't work out, and we've never gotten close since. So even though as fans, we should want them to build it the right way and not just try to go all in, because we've done that under Woody Johnson time and time again, right, Frank? We've pushed the chips all in. We miss. We fire everyone. We reset. Woody gets impatient. We push the chips all in. We fail. We win 5 games. And now everyone's like, you should have ran it back. No, you shouldn't have run it back. We failed. So I like that Aaron Glenn has that. He's got that I don't give a shit what you think swag, right? Parcells had that. I'm going to do what I think is best. I don't give a shit what you think. You're not getting paid to make these decisions. We are. Give me your thoughts on it. I knew I threw a lot out there, but give me your thoughts on that perspective.
I'm going to say we had the quarterback, and they destroyed it. I remember walking into MetLife. I didn't go to the draft that year. I went to the draft party at MetLife, and a couple of the front office higher-ups that weren't at the draft were at the party, and they said, "Oh, what are you expecting tonight?" And I said, "There's no doubt that Sam Darnold is the best quarterback in the draft, so Cleveland's probably going to take them. The Giants are going to pick up Saquon, so I'm resigned in the fact that we're going to end up with Baker Mayfield." When they picked Baker Mayfield number 1, that stadium went absolute batshit because everybody else saw all the same shit that I saw, and they knew damn well we were getting the best quarterback in that draft.
You want to hear something crazy? I was there too that night. I was at the stadium when we drafted Sam.
Man, it's like ships in the night. We just keep passing each other.
Well, now we're not passing each other anymore. When we see each other, we're giving each other a hug. So it's about time we
I got you. But yeah, I mean, I could still remember going batshit crazy that we were getting Sam Darnold, and then the New York media just destroys him. It's the guy could win 5 games in a row. I mean, he put up 100 against the Lions, for crying out loud. But 1 interception, and all of a sudden, did the Jets waste their draft pick? Like, are you out of your goddamn mind? Yeah. There's a learning curve here, but they expect whatever. I don't even know what they expect anymore. It's just I'm broken when it comes to the way we are. I shouldn't even say the way our top tier players are treated in the news media around here. It's like it's constant criticism. Oh, if you can't handle it, don't play in New York. How about go fuck yourself? That's what I like to say to you. I mean, there was probably a 5-year span. Rich Comedy would see me and walk the other way because I was battling with him.
Yeah.
I mean, it got to the point I got into it with him on social media at one point, and he goes, "Well, if you don't like me, you can unfollow." And I said, "Guess what? Done." And then not only that, I screenshot how many followers he had, and I watched him drop about 400 people. So it was a little solidarity. A few of my fans jumped in with me and said, "Fuck you, Rich." But we since kissed and made up. Well, shook hands, but you know what I'm saying. After after Klecko got into the Hall of Fame, I ran into him over there and we talked a little bit. But
nice.
Like, all right, we'll bury the hatchet, but just watch what you say because some people take it to heart.
Sorry.
There you go. You're back.
StreamYard keeps freezing, and it's wild. There
Yeah.
are issues going on with it. So I keep Microsoft Edge and Chrome open. So when the whole box just goes black and starts like shaking, I can close out and go to the other one.
So you got to have a contingency. Love it.
Something that I want them to do. When we drafted Mark Sanchez was not the first piece of the puzzle. He was the last. We had the line. We had the running backs. We had a tight end. We had a top 5 defense. I don't want to go trade up for quarterback now, knowing the market, knowing the media, knowing the fan base, and bring him in when it's not a finished product and ready to go. That's what I like about going with the short-term solution with Fields. And low risk, high reward. Now, low risk, oh man, this thing is acting up again. What the fuck?
Yeah, I can see that.
Here. What is going on? You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
You
just kind of look like a deer in headlights.
Yeah, it's acting up on me pretty bad. Give me 1 second. Let me get back in here. God damn. Give me 1 second.
Sure.
All right. Let me shut everything else down. See if shutting all this stuff down will help. So we don't have it built yet right now. We're missing an offensive lineman. We're missing tight ends. We're missing wide receivers. Why go all in this year and get a quarterback? There's people who say trade up, trade up. Why?
Dude, I'll take it a step further. We drafted that quarterback last year, right? Did we grab a kid out of Florida State or something like that?
Yeah, Jordan Travis.
Yeah, I'd go with him. I wouldn't even care because my head's at where you're at. I would give away our first rounders, trade back, get a bunch of draft capital, and build for next year. Just go with what we got. You know what I mean? We had the mighty Aaron Rodgers for 2 seasons, didn't get us anywhere.
Yeah.
So clearly that plan did not work. So I'm in agreement with you, but I wouldn't even have spent the money on Fields. And dude, I'm sorry if you're out there watching, but it just, like you're saying, right now would just be stockpile as much cash as we can for the next year or so, go with what we got, and then let's see what happens. Even that kid from the CFL that we had, he gave us a couple exciting preseason games. Now, granted, he was playing against 3s and 4s, but it's just the idea that gave you something to watch. I mean, it was exciting to say the least.
And of course, as always, there's 69 of you watching here. That number's always popping up on this channel. One of our good friends here, Addison, asked, who's on the naughty and nice list on the Jets?
Garrett was dangerously close to being on the naughty list, but that problem seemed to work itself out. I guess he wasn't getting along with Aaron, and now that he's gone and his buddy's here, so that should help. Naughty and nice list. I tell you, who's on the nice list? Hall. I like him, man. He's just a workhorse. He's exciting to watch. Yeah.
He gets what it's like to be a professional. He gets what it's like to be an NFL player. He gets what it's like to be a member of a community and to be on social media in that community. He gets it. Like he will engage with the fans. Nikki and I went last summer to training camp, and Garrett Wilson and Breece Hall were the last 2 out there signing autographs until the PR dragged them away. They get it, because you hook those young fans, you got fans for life. You take that moment to give that interaction. Listen, I'm 46. I think you're a little bit older than me.
Yeah, 52.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we still have those memories of seeing Wesley Walker and seeing idols, and these kids will always remember, I went to camp when I was 7 and Breece Hall signed my ball and Garrett Wilson, petted me on the head and said, hey kid, nice to meet you. These guys get what it is to be idolized and they embrace it. And that goes a long way with building a culture, with building a fan base, with hooking in the next generation, where you live in a world now where all these kids have access to every team and every player. You still want to hook the kids in that area to be fans of your team. So they get it, man. That's a great call with Hall. I really like that.
Yeah, no, he's definitely one of the more even-keeled, level-headed players. You never see a lot about him in the news, good or bad, which is a good thing. You know what I mean? I don't need to see you at a bowling event shaking hands with little Johnny. I've been to enough of those things where I know it's fake. You got out of a limo, you walked in, you made an appearance, and you walked away. I don't need to see that. And at the same time, I don't need to see you getting pulled over for DWI on the turnpike. You know what I mean? So just the fact that he comes in, puts in the work, and then goes home, that right there. And when he puts in work, he puts it in. I mean, I like him a lot. He's a good guy.
All right. Anyone else on the naughty list? And ownership is part of it.
I tell you what, no, listen, I've already had this discussion with several media outlets. You'll never catch me saying a bad word about the Johnsons because really, love them or hate them, they put me in the Hall of Fame and they didn't have to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not saying that like I'm polishing an apple or anything, but I mean, I don't know who came up with it. They own the team, so they're getting the credit for it. But I mean, you know what it's like to sit there through losing seasons and pouring rain. And I was doing it for no reason. Like I wasn't like, oh, if I just sit here and freeze long enough, they're going to give me an award and a leather jacket, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I was doing it because that's, you know, my dedication to the team. And for them to acknowledge that and not only put me in the Hall of Fame, but in the inaugural class. And in fact, I think I was the first one to run out the tunnel. So technically I'm the first one ever in the Jet Fan Hall of Fame.
Nice.
But,
awesome.
But yeah, man. So I'll never say a bad word about those guys. But
class act, right? And I expect nothing less of you.
I've said it in the past. I own my truck out front, right? But if I don't go out and work on the transmission, I have people for that. So I just hope that they are aware that they have people to work on the team and they don't need to do that. Woody, Chris, come over to my tailgate, eat something, come sit with me at the game, laugh your ass off. We'll have a good time and let everybody else handle the football operations. That's all I offer there.
Awesome.
But I think Clemens is on the bad list. Let's put him on the naughty list. I expected good things from him, but then just watching him like talk shit on opposing fans in the crowd. Like I'm not above, booing and opposing fans. A little ribbing here and there is okay. But for a player to turn around and just cursing people in the stadium, man, focus on the game, you know? So
yeah. Even when he's focused on the game, he's jumping on a pile. So
what the hell was that? I'm glad you brought that up.
I can't believe he's still on the roster. I can't believe a new regime has looked at this and said, that's the type of player we want. We want that.
And
I'm shocked.
And just looking at the guys, like, you can't judge a book by the cover, but everything about him says, I'm built to be a superstar. And that's what we're getting out of him, jumping on a pile like that. And then
looks like Tarzan plays like Jane. He's got the look, he's got the demeanor, just doesn't deliver.
Yeah.
Doesn't deliver. A couple comments I want to get to. Alan with his 8-month member super chat. Thank you, Alan. Nick gets it. Go Jetties. And then Alan with the super chat saying, I was with Nick at that training camp practice. We saw Nick throw an 8-year-old like a rag doll to get that Brees autograph. Tom Ace saw it too. Listen, I didn't throw the kid like a rag doll, but when I move and I make contact, people may shift in another direction. I've lost some weight since then, so maybe I'll be the one shifting in a different direction this offseason. You don't know. But thank you, Alan, for the super chat. I appreciate you. You are in the raffle for the Wayne Corbett autograph helmet. It should be here tomorrow, and we will display that. And for 3 weeks, we will take all of our memberships gifted and our super chats, and you will be entered into the wheel, and we will raffle that 3 weeks from tonight. Frank, anything you wanted to discuss? Anything that you had on your mind that I didn't bring up?
No, I just we covered the draft. That was going to be my question for you. Is where do you think we're going with that? First-time head coach in Aaron Rodgers. We already talked about that. He seems to be coming in, making the right moves.
Aaron Glenn. We discussed Rodgers. Yeah, that's right. I've said it too. Not many Aarons here. You got Judge, Rodgers, Glenn, and we're going to get them all mixed up.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't believe I just did that. What else? No, I think we about covered it all.
Nice. Anything you want to plug?
No, I mean, playing in London again this year. Probably be repping Jetaways again. You know, the travel company that puts together the packages. That's where you saw me as the king last year. Oh, it's gonna disappear because the background. That's all right. Let me see. You can see all my jewels on there. But yeah, I walked around London with that on for 4 days. I didn't even bring any other clothes.
Nice.
Yeah. That was, the wife was not happy about that, but
very Bobby-ish of you.
But yeah, man, I think we covered all the ground.
Awesome. Are you going out to the draft?
Thinking about it. It's a coin flip right now. It's it is. It's a delicate balance with how much time I'm going to spend away this time of the year, because we know when September rolls around and I start taking all this vacation time off, I'm not trying to get fired. I only got 3 years to go to retire. So I have to balance, pick my balance. And plus in there, I have a couple of obligatory trips. I got to keep the wife happy. She wants to go up to Montana. What's the name of that place? The Glacier National Park.
Okay.
So I'm taking her up there in June. That's going to be a week I'm away. And then I have to go out to the PFUFA reunion. That's another week that I'm going to be away. So I'm like, if I go to Green Bay now, it's like, I mean, it's Green Bay. I love it out there. Have you been?
I've never been. No.
Oh, let me tell you something.
It's on the to-do list. It is. Even if it's not a Jet game, because I know they jack the prices up when it's a New York crowd coming in, but it's pretty expensive to go to Green Bay. But it is on my to-do list.
Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, if I had to say the most accommodating fan base in all of football.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously we bought some lesser expensive seats, cheaper seats, just because there's no way you could, on my salary, make all these games and stuff. So you got to buy with the cheapest shit you could get, right?
Yeah.
But I had a friend that was traveling alone, so sitting by himself, single ticket you could usually get fairly inexpensive because nobody wants to sit by themselves except Tommy, Chappie. He don't care. In fact, he's the one on. You see Sauce Gardner wearing the cheese head last time we were up there.
Yeah,
he's the guy right behind him on that football card wearing the white and green cheese head.
Nice.
That's Tom Chappell.
Nice.
So I told him, I was like, hey, Tom, if you see anything open up near you towards the end of the game, let us know and we'll come down. So beginning of the fourth quarter, he's like, a whole family just packed up and left. So we go running around the whole side of the stadium. We get there. It was right where we shut Rodgers down, like right on that goal line there.
Yeah.
And we walk in, and this big farm boy had to be 6'5", better than 3 bills all day. And he's just giving us the side eye because he knows we're not like the Jones family or whoever's there. And he's just sitting there looking. And as soon as the game ends, we start high-fiving each other. And I look at him and I'm like, uh-oh, here it comes. Like I thought we were going to get into a fight. And he goes, well, fella, the better team won. And he shakes my hand. He goes, let me buy you a beer. There's a bar right up the corner. You come on over. Me, you, your friends, come on. I'll buy you all around. To the victor goes the spoils. It couldn't have been nicer. Like, I really thought, like, this guy's going to belt me in the back of the head when I'm not looking. And couldn't have been a nicer guy. And the whole fan base is like that. They were all fantastic over there, as opposed to Gillette, where they're a bunch of pricks. But
you couldn't pay me to go there. I'd never go there. Especially when I was drinking. But yeah, even now. Like, when you could give me an all-expensive paid trip to Boston, I wouldn't go. I don't care if it was in March. I would never want to go up there by those people.
It was subarctic conditions. I'm freezing my sack off. I got 10 layers of clothes on. The wind is blowing directly at us. I just can't get warm. and I got to take a leak in the worst way. So I said, guys, I never leave my seat. You see me at games. I get there when the clock reads 0. I don't leave my seat until the clock reads 0. Yep. But I got to make an exception because I'm freezing over here. I'm going to piss myself. No sooner do I get up and walk back to the bathroom, the Patriots fans that were sitting behind us threw up all over my friends. Sloppy, drunk assholes just puked all over them. I come back and they're looking at me like, I'm like, first I look at the score because I'm like, did I miss something? Like, they look all pissed off. So then I think they're mad at me. Like, did you ask me to get you something? And I didn't. And then I see them wiping. I'm like, what's going on? These sons of bitches just threw up on us. I was like, you got to be kidding. They were covered with it. It was all over the seats, everything. It's disgusting. I know a handful of people up there through the PFUFA that are solid guys. But if I'm not sitting with them, I'll never go back to that stadium. Yeah, because at least they'll sit me with good people. You know, those you just buy tickets online, you don't know what you're getting.
We took my son up to Bryant University in Rhode Island, and we stopped to eat, and I saw a couple of people with stuff on. This is in November, and I had my Jet stuff on. There's no way I didn't, but I was a little bothered just being there. I couldn't imagine going to a game. But
yeah,
awesome.
They don't know how to act.
I will. We'll talk. If you don't go out there, I may have something going on out here for the first round of the draft. Where are you at? Where do you live?
Not far from you. Bam.
Yeah. Oh, all right. All right. We may have something going on in the city for Thursday night of round 1. So I'll keep you posted.
Yeah, man. If I don't go out to Green Bay, definitely.
Sounds good. Ladies and gentlemen, the great Frank West. Frank, thank you so much for joining, and we will talk much more, and I can't wait to eat at the tailgate this year, man. I wish it was September so I could be there already with you in the parking lot, my friend.
Working on some good stuff. Trust me. You're going to be happy.
Sounds awesome. We'll talk soon, pal. Take care.
All right, man. Take care.
Nice. Awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I enjoyed that a lot. That was a lot of fun having Frank on, and he's got some good stories. He's a great Jet fan, as you can tell. And I thought you guys would enjoy that. So the call-in link for the Discord members is there. Feel free to click in. And oh, interesting, David. Bryant University is where the Patriots had the training camp for many years. Nice. Awesome. Yeah, I didn't know that. Alan, I do not think so. I may have some info coming around the corner very soon. But let's take a break. We will be right back. And maybe some of the Discord members will click in to join. And if not, we will open it up to you in the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Sunday Night Shine Time with your host, Nick Shine. Enjoy it.
Good evening. Welcome to Thursday Night Throwdown. I'm your host, Nick.
When the blitz comes, there's no one to block him.
It's 10 o'clock, get ready for the showdown. 9 toes down, Nick, ready for the throwdown. We proud Jets fans, we don't play with them pronouns. Best roster in the league, we playing with the pros now. They tell us slow down, call us delusional, call us losers as usual. But this season will be beautiful. Shotgun with you know who, but run it instead. Lad Hall, hit the hole hard.
That's what she said.
Ground and pound like it's 2010. The chat, we got many friends. Johnny wearing hats for super chat and watch him breathe again. Nick put the link so Bobby can call and speak again. Bonesy did the blunt, I got the weed and pens. We speaking green again. Jets news like it's CNN. A-Rod and Charles Gorman, it's like we seeing twins. Feeding tins, pounding on these bleeding fins. Week 14 and 18 when they needing wins. They ain't seeing them. We run the ball and play defense. This is AFC hell where the teams repent. Ladies and gents, welcome to MetLife. This is Jet Life. We bleed green, this our best life. We just nice.
Let's say what's up to everyone. Dark Soldier's here. Johnny's in the house. Bobby. Mr. Bonesy's out on the prowl. Na-na-na-na. Jaden's here. 3 Siblings is here. Adirondack Fly Guy's in the house.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. So a couple things to go over from earlier. We did do the Sauce Gardner autograph helmet raffle. It went to a good friend of the show, Chef Kevin. So Chef Kevin, congratulations. I messaged him that he won. He sent me his address. We will be sending that out to him tomorrow morning. We also have the Wayne Corbett autographed helmet raffle, which is underway. So far, we got Big Fella, Thunderlips, and Alan in there. So, ladies and gentlemen, same rules apply. Super chats, gifted memberships will get you into the Wayne Corbett autographed helmet. Jay Quest working days this week. That'll be weird. Now everyone can see you getting your steps in. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, there are 69 of you watching right now. Thank you so much. Make sure to hit the like button. I haven't even looked. I don't know where we're at. I shut down all the other applications before. I shut down the other apps. Oh, we are over 100. I have to take care of something. Because earlier the big fella gifted 10 memberships. So as always, if you gift 5, I will gift 1. Yeah, Clancy, Nikki told me that earlier, that he saw them get into the tournament. And I gave you a 1-minute timeout before Clancy for the Duke stuff. That's not too bad a punishment. The old Nick would have been much, much meaner about it. I gifted 2 to match the big fellows that he gifted. One went to Hyder Ali and the other to Matthias Simon. Yeah, Carly, Nikki's got a Bryant University. Now, I'm a Georgia Bulldog fan, and when we went, we got Nikki a sweatshirt. I was trying to get him to get one with the Bulldog on it, but he's an Alabama fan, and he wouldn't get the Bulldog. But, ladies and gentlemen, we are joined now by someone, speaking of March Madness, he has made it to the round of 32. He is going to try to knock off the 1 seed Chiefs fan later this week. Ladies and gentlemen, the usually incoherent Weed from Australia.
What's up, Nick? How you doing, mate?
Oh, you're coherent today, lad. Very nice to hear you, hey?
What's going on, cunt? How you doing, mate?
I appreciate you sitting there and using your big head and stupid beard to block Bobby's bits. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, mate. You can't have Bobby's fucking knob on screen. Probably get demonetized in a heartbeat, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. How you doing, buddy? How's the scoot? How's the scooter? You scooting around town?
No, I'm actually home now, mate. Had to come home. Started to drizzle a little bit.
Awesome. How's it going?
Not too bad, man. Just hanging out. I was listening to your show while I was DoorDashing. That was great. Great stuff.
Oh, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. You usually don't compliment me, so the fact that you're saying that says it had to be really good.
I enjoyed it. I didn't hear too much shit talk about me, so I thought it was a pretty good show.
It's early in the show, though. That's why I moved the show up a whole hour earlier, just to make sure we leave a lot of time for that at the end.
I appreciate that. That's mighty white of you. Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes. It's all right. I know how to manage my time and figure it out. So what's on your mind with the New York Jets there, sir?
Dude, I just want to win games. I don't care what we do this whole offseason. My entire thing is just apathy. Win games. That's all I care about. I want to go to a home game and talk shit to people in the parking lot and then not have to sneak back to my fucking car after the game.
Would be nice, right?
It would be great.
It would be fun to go by their car and wait for them. Oh, they left already. Ah, you sucker, you suck.
I'll say this. There's nothing better than a win at MetLife, dude, because the whole time you're walking out to your car, you're just shit-talking the entire fucking way.
Yep. Yeah.
But adversely, there's nothing like a loss at MetLife either, because you're walking a long fucking way to get shit talked.
You get the shit talked to you. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. My favorite part of walking out is I know the stadium and the lot inside and out. So I'll take the angle to walk out to where the car is. And then when you see the people walking across because they don't know where they parked and they're trying to hit like their car horn, and it's just like, another one. To make money driving people to their cars. That would be a good service for you. You just say, hey, give me your keys. I'll scoot around honking the horn to find your car.
That actually wouldn't be a bad idea. I'm about to start my own valet business.
What? Do you have an adult toy stuck in your rectum, or is that the dog's toy squeaking?
Oh, that's the dog's toy. My toys don't squeak.
Okay. All right.
I try to be respectful. I don't want people to know what's going on under the pants.
That's it.
Squeaking just gives it away.
The great Rick Kent with a comment says, weed will defeat the Chiefs fan.
Oh, yeah. Chiefs fan's going down.
Do you are you at a point where you are willing to reveal any of your workings yet, or are we waiting closer to the matchup?
I don't have any loaded up except for the 8-ball one.
Let me see if I can figure out when your matchup would be. Hold on.
I will. I will debut this one. Oh, it's too bad. Barely.
Your matchup should be. Oh no, you got a while.
Yeah, I got a bit.
Not this Monday. Should be the following Monday, if I'm correct. If Jake's doing it, no, I think one of these he has a wedding.
Well, there you go, Nate.
Last weekend.
That's a review.
Conversations with a Killer, the Chiefs fan.
The Chiefs fan Gacy tapes.
I couldn't see. Oh, the Gacy tapes. Nice. Very good.
He's got the head for it. That's for sure.
Absolutely. All right, you want to hang out in the back for a little bit?
Yeah,
I'm gonna do a hangout later on.
I'm gonna go make something to eat.
All right, come back. Important news. Jaden, Nick, I'm level 69 now on Fortnite. Figured you should know. Jaden, thank you.
But
congratulations to you, and enjoy.
It's a gay 69.
Yeah, try not to 69 for too long, because most of those people playing the game are kids. I don't want you to get caught.
Yeah, watch out, bro. Chris Hansen.
I mean, don't do it at all. It's wrong. Don't do it at all.
Yeah. But Your Honor, Nick told me I have this window.
He said I had a few minutes to get away with it.
But the fucking YouTuber, Your Honor, the YouTuber said,
anything said on the Nick Shine Show is strictly satire and nothing to be considered serious.
I'm gonna go make food. I'll be back in
Enjoy.
like 15 minutes.
All right, buddy. Thanks for calling in.
Love you.
Love you too, pal. What do you think? Just say it back. You're not gonna outdo me, weirdo. Let's bring in Ricky, New York. Ricky, what's up, brother?
Hey, what's up, Nick?
You. How you doing, pal?
I'm doing good. I'm happy today with the. I'm going to break the normal pattern, and I'm actually happy today with our signing. I'm happy with some of our signings. Dude, Cisco in college was like an interception machine, and even when you look at what he did in Jacksonville, like, you know, he wasn't like only picking off Zach Wilson or something, which I believe he did, but dude, he's picked off Josh Allen. He's picked off Mahomes. He's picked off some good quarterbacks.
Okay.
You know, he is coming off a down year, but I think that he fits this system. He's a New York guy. But do you remember when the Jets had Calvin Pace?
Mm-hmm.
You remember what kind of a player he was, how good he was at like setting the edge? But he was like such a selfless guy, and he did all the dirty work with no fanfare hardly, but he would free up other guys to make plays. That is what I think we are. That is what I know we are getting with Derek Nottie. I wanted to sign him last year, and the Chiefs brought him back on a 1-year deal. I wanted to sign him again this year. He has been freeing up Chris Jones to make plays ever since he's been in Kansas City. He is the run stuffer that we need next to Quinnen. I think this is a great fit, and he's a great kid. Won 3 rings with Kansas City. His first Super Bowl ring that he won with them was his rookie year. What do you think, as a 22-year-old kid? What do you think he did when he won the Super Bowl as a rookie? I know some guys go to Disney World.
Took his mom out to dinner.
He went to the Humane Society of Kansas City, Missouri, and paid the adoption fee for every single dog in their kennel and got all 112 dogs adopted.
Nice.
That's how he celebrated his Super Bowl. But dude, he's a high character, really, really good kid. I watched him in college, so I'm very familiar with him, and I think this is a really good fit. I think it's one that's probably flying a little bit under the radar right now, but I think this is a really good signing for us. So I just wanted to come on and give a little insight into this signing and tell some people some things that maybe they didn't know.
He's not as, you know me. We've talked in Discord. We've talked in here. You watch the shows. You know that I want really, really big defensive tackles to pair next to Quinnen. 6'1", 317. That to me screams bowling ball, right? That's a guy who could just low center of gravity, penetrate through the gap, get into the backfield, maybe eat up 2 blockers. And that allows other guys to roam free. That might open up Will McDonald on the outside. That might open up Quinnen for single block on the weak side guard. That might open up Sherwood and Quincy to blitz. Like, a lot of things can happen if you have a guy who can take on 2 blockers. Now.
Absolutely.
He has no sacks, right? He has no sacks. He's a run-stuffing defensive tackle. He's not gonna get to the quarterback. If he does, it's broken coverage or broken pass protection. But his abilities can free up others to do what they do best. Yep. And you need players who care about sacrificing for themselves, care about the greater good, have that championship pedigree, have a couple Super Bowl rings, know what it takes, and know what it takes to give up of oneself for team success. That's a great guy to have in your locker room. That's a good sign that we got this guy. Kansas City's been drafting and they've been putting assets into their defense. So maybe it's just a matter of, we don't want to pay, we can draft and replenish. Not that there's anything wrong with him, his play, or his character, but there are times where when you pay all these guys big money, you need rookie contracts, and it's just a matter of attrition. So I think it could be very good for us.
And ironically,
how long was the deal? Has any word come out on the deal yet?
They haven't said the length of the deal or the number, or actually, did they say it was a 2-year deal or a 3-year deal? I can't remember. I think they might have said the length, but they haven't said the numbers yet at all, which I being that he didn't play full-time last year, I'm thinking that maybe we got him for a little bit cheaper, but ironically, Kansas City went back to the well and drafted another Florida State defensive tackle to replace him with Fabian Lovett last year. So, yeah, it looks like they're trying to keep that cycle of keeping guys on rookie deals there at that position, which is smart. You got to have some guys on cheap deals like that. But and all along I've been saying, get Warren at 7, and then if by some luck Tyleek Williams was there at 42, it absolutely must take, because I want that same kind of guy. But now with this signing, I don't know if that's as much a necessity now. Now we could take an Isaiah Bond, that speed receiver that Glenn wants at that 42 spot, and we could still get a good defensive tackle later. Now I'm thinking, instead of shooting for the upper echelon, dude, I'll tell you what, wait until like round 4 or 5, and I would snatch up CJ West, the big defensive tackle from Indiana, which Indiana was one of the best in the country versus the run. That guy had a really good combine and Senior Bowl / Shrine Bowl weekend. He was dominant, and that's a really good player that you could get that, wouldn't cost you as much draft premium. I think this move frees us up a little bit and gives us a little bit more flexibility. Same thing with the Cisco signing and the Field signing.
I really think right now, our first 4 picks have to be, I don't care the order, tight end, right tackle, D tackle, wide receiver. I'm still there right now. The D tackle, I know you can get that run stuffer. You have Quinn in your pass rush and D tackle. I'm still there. I still need those first 4 to be, I can even wait a little bit on a D tackle if you want to wait to round 5, if you want to go strictly run stuffing, if you don't want to try to get a combo guy. But, maybe throw a safety in there or even a second receiver, because where we are right now, it's Wilson, Lazard, Corley, Gibson. You need 2.
If it was me and I was the Jets, my first 4 picks would be Tyler Warren, Isaiah Bond, Ozzie Trapillo at 73 for our right tackle, and then like a CJ West defensive tackle.
So you're agreeing. It's tight end, wide receiver, tackle, D tackle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only difference is I had, D tackle higher on my list of priorities before the signing today. Like now I feel like I can address that in the 4th and not have to use a second. So that's all I would say. But no, I totally agree. And then, you get to that, 5th round area. I mean, if we're lucky, there's still like a Billy Bowman or a safety like that can be gotten there. That's good. So, yeah, I mean, I'm totally with that. I mean, who knows? The Jets could shock us all and go receiver in the 1st. And if they do, then I would probably, in the 3rd or 4th, take like Terrence Ferguson, who's like a young Dallas Goedert, the tight end kid from Oregon. Can block, can catch, not on the level of Warren, but still a really good player that could be gotten maybe a little bit later if we didn't go tight end right at the top.
Why not just go nuts? Why not trade back a few spots and just add to the Ohio State offense? Why not add? Why not take Igbuka? You take Igbuka, you put the whole Ohio State offense back together. You grab another second rounder.
I would
get a tight end, because the tight end depth here is better than the wide receiver depth.
Yes.
So
I would venture
if you don't get the tight end in round 1, if you don't go Tyler Warren, you move back a little bit. You get an extra 2 or a 3. You take Igbuka. You get another receiver to pair with Garrett Wilson, a guy who would be great in the slot. And then you can add a tight end and an offensive tackle in round 2. And then you can add a defensive tackle and a safety in 3 and 4. And you can kind of create, and you're also now giving Fields a little more, I don't want to say, how do I want to word it? You're giving him another guy that they have a connection with, right?
Right.
You're giving him someone who's part of his brotherhood, who's part of his school, right? They didn't play together. Fields is in the NFL already by the time Igbuka was in school, right?
Yeah, he was already gone by then.
But Fields goes back to the games.
Those guys all know each other. Yeah, for sure. Personally, I would think in that scenario, if we were to trade back, after listening to Aaron Glenn talk about like how he personally scouted Jameson Williams and selected him as like a draft pick for them to use in their offense as like a clear out guy with that speed that could just really stretch the field, I would almost think that if we traded back, I could see them taking Marcus Golden. Out of the receivers in the draft, Marcus Golden, his teammate Isaiah Bond, You know, if you want to go a little bit later back, Ty Felton from Maryland. But I absolutely think that, you know, Glenn is going to be looking for one of those like 4-3 guys that's just an absolute burner. And I'm all for that too. I'm all for that too.
Listen,
I mean,
we
I've
need
done a bunch of
physical wide receiver. We need a speedy wide receiver. We need a weapon at tight end. We need a right tackle. We need another D tackle. We need another D end. We need another safety. We need another corner. You know, we need a bunch. You know, as we have some nice pieces, but we don't have a complete team. We're nowhere near it. I think your internet's starting to shake here a little bit.
And dude, I'll tell you what, like, yeah, it's kind of in and out.
That's what she said.
Dude, I'm a huge Ozzy fan. I want Ozzy at 73. He was a right tackle his entire career in college and a really good one, solid one. Okay, in the run game, but as a pass protector, like, dude, he just walls guys. Like, we played them every year, and every year, I mean, I tell you what, that kid could hold his own. And yeah, like, if we don't get him in somewhere in the draft, I'll be hugely disappointed.
Yeah, you know, you never know how it's going to fall. We might have someone rated. Someone might have them rated higher. They might have a greater need. You know, you never know how the draft is going to play out. But it's somebody who I've heard Dom speak about. I've heard you speak about him, and I looked into him a little bit. And he does have that little bit of nastiness to him, which I demand with my offensive line. You know, I don't want – this isn't a knock on him. He was a great Jet, but I always wish the Brickashaw Ferguson was a little more of a nasty mauler. But, you know, we had other guys on the line to do that. We had, you know,
like
we
a
had
Kevin
guards
Hawaii type mauler.
Yeah.
I
totally agree. I think we're missing that. I mean, Olu is like Brickashaw. He's a technician. He's not really a mauler in the run game. I want my right tackle to be a fucking mauler. And then after this year, let AVT go and get a monster mauler at guard. And then have your right side just be guys who can push guys 5 yards back, and you can just run behind them time and time again because nobody can get through on that side in the run game.
Absolutely. And you know what? I said this the other day. Why is it that other teams could plug in backup offensive linemen and be okay, but when we did it, it just never worked? And my philosophy is that, you know, Saleh and Douglas with their, you know, wanting all the guys to be high character guys and good guys. And listen, I love Garrett Wilson, love Breece Hall. I love those guys. But our offensive linemen, I think it was too much of a good thing. I think that good guy philosophy came back to bite them in the ass. And what they did is they brought in a bunch of pussies on the offensive line. Those guys were not mean. They were not nasty. They did not have the kind of mentality that we needed. So I think in that instance, Saleh's, you know, philosophy came back to bite him. That's just my thought.
Yeah. And I saw a comment from longtime viewer, Chris Bradigan. It says AG wants speed. You can get that speed at your skill positions. But you can also have maulers up front to open things up for those guys with speed. So, Chris, it's both things can be true. You can get the maulers on the line and put speed around them and get creative. And you're going to see that this year with Hall, Allen, and Fields in the backfield. Listen, that's something I'm excited to see. We're not going to have a 4 or 5 wide receiver spread it out attack. Something that's going to excite me is when we go into shotgun and Ruckert is in motion and checks back into the backfield in front of all 3 of them, and you don't know where we're going to go, where we're going to run, who's getting it, who's keeping it. Is it a power sweep? Is it a RPO? Is it, you know, is it a pull and read to get out in the open for Fields? Is it a rollout pass? You know, it's the layers of creativity that can happen with a quarterback who can be mobile, can open up your offense to do things that you can't do with a stagnant in the pocket quarterback. So I'm looking forward to see the creativity that comes with this. And it might not be Joe Burrow's offense, But why can't a creative running style offense who takes advantage in the passing game move the ball downfield and score touchdowns? Why can't you misdirect the defense and then you gash one with Brees going back the other way and he's gone? We've seen Brees be able to take it to the house. We've seen Justin Fields be able to take it to the house from a distance. Why can't we design that and have that happen again? So it might not be pretty, but it can be damn good enough to win some games.
Yeah, absolutely. And if there's one thing, I have complete faith in Aaron Glenn. And I know for a fact that as much as we talk about weapons and speed, I know for a fact that he's going to take care of the trenches. Because obviously he was talking about speed a lot recently, but if you ever really listen to him talk about his style of football, he always says, we're going to run the ball and we're going to stop the run. Those are first priorities of business, always. Like, we're going to run the ball and we're going to stop the run. And, dude, those are two things that we could not do last year. So knowing right off the bat that that's what he's going to emphasize makes me very happy.
Yeah. It's possible to win that way. It is.
Absolutely.
You know, we saw the Cincinnati Bengals with that prolific passing attack, with Jamar Chase winning the Triple Crown, not make the playoffs. Anything's possible. It's why they play the games. And I don't think that anyone can just write us off because it might not be as pretty as you want it to be. It might not be as modern as you want it to be. But you could still find ways to win games in the NFL if you are good at something that other teams can't stop.
Yeah.
So why can't we create a running attack that does that?
Fields has potential. He hasn't really realized that potential. And look, if we can get it out of him, that's great, you know. But say he doesn't turn into, you know, the guy that saves the franchise. To say he's just okay. You know, with this defense and a good running game, like, there's no reason we can't win 6, 7, 8 games next year. You know, and if he turns out not to be the guy, well, then guess what? We got him on a 2-year deal. We've got a high price backup next year, and we don't have to worry about that. And that's already in place, and we can just draft our guy next year, which, you know, in a perfect world, we take Warren this year, and then next year we bring in Drew Aller to reunite the two of them, and that's it. We're set moving forward. I really think that if Aller takes another step next year, like he did this previous year, he's going to be kind of like a poor man's Josh Allen. Not quite as big of an arm, not quite as big of a guy, but that same style of play. And shit, you know, I would not turn that down for a quarterback. But I think we'll be fine with Fields this year. I mean, you know, I know that a lot of people will say it's because of Pittsburgh's defense that he started 4-2 last year. Well, we got a good defense too, and I would take a 4-2 start. You know, he might not have won those 4 games out of that 4-2, but you know what? He didn't lose those games for him either. So if he can just be okay and this defense plays well, I think we can still have a decent season. I'm not all gloom and doom. I got faith going forward. But I'm going to go ahead and jump off here before my internet completely craps out and give other people some time to talk.
That was a tremendous run. That may have been your longest call on here in a while, man. I appreciate it. You know how much I appreciate your friendship and talking ball with you, man. Thank you for calling in, and thank you for always supporting the channel, man. It means a lot to me.
No problem, man. Have a great night, Nick.
You too, buddy. Take care. Ladies and gentlemen, the great Ricky New York, another member of the round of 32 in the Asmaniac Madness tournament. Good luck to you, Ricky.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you the man who started the show off asking if he could have one of Carly's bikinis. Now he's here to tell us if he was able to acquire one.
Hey.
Lane, how are you?
Hi.
How do you
How
feel
are
about the
you?
bikinis?
I don't know. I mean, honestly, so probably good. Honestly, there's some stuff I do want to talk about. So the guest that you had on before, was it really Santa in the back?
That's Jet Santa. Yeah, that's him. That's Jet Santa.
But he didn't have a beard though.
Well, Santa.
Oh, good night. Love you. I love you guys.
Good night. Love you too.
No, I just said it bye to a friend. He was going.
Oh, I thought you were saying it to me. I was telling you I love you.
Yeah. So, well, yeah. I mean, I think he did a good job with Charles on. So, if you're gonna have to draft somebody, I don't think that the Jets are gonna take a center. You know, I mean, how do you feel about it?
I don't think they have to take a center. They got Joe Tippmann playing center. I think they
He's
can
good.
either take a right tackle or they could take a right guard if they like the guard better and move Elijah Vera Tucker out the tackle. What do you think your Giants are going to do?
Well, honestly, all right. I mean, they have all kinds of options. I mean, with like if you get to if you take yeah, I can't if you take Taylor Johnson, he's gonna be good.
Taylor Johnson?
Yeah.
Could be good. Could be
If
good.
you
I think you're right.
notice something, it is hard talk because my tooth fell out for some reason. I'm missing a tooth.
No.
Yeah, you're wondering.
No.
Yeah, I know. I did not get punched. Don't worry. I did not get in a fight.
Did you run into a wall?
I'm eating those hard toffee things. They're like cookie, and I guess I've been eating too much of it, and my tooth was wiggling, and it just. So luckily, I'm going to the dentist next week.
Okay.
It's like the cap. It like just came out like a bridge. But on the other hand, yeah. So yeah. I mean, if you talk about the draft and everything, the draft starts on the 24th and the 25th at the end of April.
Yes.
So if you want to, I mean, if the Jets go and do the Jets keep, let's say, what's his last name that's on the Jets? Oh, what's his last name? I know it starts
Will
with
McDonald.
Yeah, Will McDonald. Do you keep him or does he go to another team?
I keep Will McDonald. Patty Grimes, one of our resident Detroit Lions fans, says, did Lane get in a fight with Bobby with the missing tooth? Can you confirm this or deny that you and Bobby got into a fight?
I did not get in a fight with Bobby.
All right.
It's just, like it happens, like sometimes maybe you eat something that happens to a lot of people. No, why? Was the Bobby so on today? I didn't see it. I saw some of it in the repeat.
Okay.
But nothing much. I think that I think that his brother is good about actually not getting off topic. But yeah, I mean, if you're gonna talk about the draft and stuff, I think that you take a kid from what is it, UConn, let's see what he has, and you draft him. I mean, I don't know who else you draft. I mean, is there any other names that you could pick up?
Well, you know what, Lane? I got to ask you a question, and I appreciate your thoughts on the draft, but we do have to discuss your interest in Carly's bikinis. I think everyone here wants to know, what if I'm able to get you one of these bikinis?
My girlfriend cannot wear it. She's Orthodox, believe it or not. It would have to be from. That's why. Anything. That's why. I know it's summer stuff, but she's I don't know. It's different rules. On the trying to think about something.
Me too.
Do you feel like okay, so getting back, do you ever feel like you have a lot of stuff in mind and then you don't know what to say because it builds up?
Every night on this show. Right now, actually.
Yeah. So anyway, I mean, I don't think that the Jets need a quarterback. They have the guy that can do good. And I mean, I could see Aaron Rodgers going to the Saints because somebody wrote that in the chat. No, I mean not the Saints, the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah. All right, no offense, but forget football. Big fella has a good question. What are you going to do with the said bikini that you wanted to acquire?
Well, you know how a lot of people start.
You can tell me. Talk quietly. You can tell me.
You know that a lot of people like they do stores.
You want to sell
Like
it?
they sell them.
Okay.
It was private though.
Here, wait. Let me shut this off real quick. All right. It's just me and you talking right now. What would you do with it if you had it?
Well,
it's just us. I turned the show off. It's just us.
I have no idea.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
I totally forgot.
Hold on. We're going to go back on air right now.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I'm here with the Lane Train.
Talking more about the draft.
Nothing else, just the draft.
Yeah, I mean, I like college. So.
I like college.
Oh,
right.
I'm really looking. And I have a lot of stuff to say about the upcoming me in the race against 25. But for some reason, why?
Good luck to you. That's tomorrow, right?
Why hasn't he been on the show? That's weird.
I don't know. We will. I will text him tonight to see why he hasn't been on the show.
Maybe he's busy.
Maybe he's afraid. A lot of people afraid of getting run over by the train, Lane. A lot of people. Lane Train's coming, baby. You're gonna get run over.
I actually like weed with the picture of Bobby as a
message from Carly here said, "Love you, Lane."
Thank you, Carly. I think she's busy though. Oh God, it's raining here right now.
All right, Lane. As always, thank you for watching the show. Thank you for calling in.
Okay.
It's always a pleasure to talk to you. Good luck with the rain.
Okay, you too, buddy.
Later, buddy. Interesting call. Next up, we have the one and the only Smoky Toki Puff Addy. Hello, sir.
Hey, what's up?
Are you going to talk? There you go. All right.
My phone's bugging right now.
Hold on. It's
catching up. It's fucking weird. It's lagging.
All
right.
I hear you okay. You hear me okay? I see your audio and video are lined up together.
Actually, we are not good. Hold on.
Not good?
We are not good. Hold on. Let me switch devices fast.
All right. He's gone. And just because Rick Kent is so awesome, he deserves to hear this.
Welcome, my friends. It's a shine time. Shine time. It's time to talk about the Jets. Don't you know it's shine time? Shine time. It's shine time. Time to be with my friends. Hey, have you seen my toe?
That's for Rick Kent. Rick Kent deserves that song. He sings it while he's at work, sings it while he's walking.
think we're good.
Say something. We are not good. 69 people here watching Addie's internet connection. Fuck us.
I got the Ricky connection going on.
Yeah, the audio is really bad.
Damn it.
Damn. You want me to handle this solo, don't you?
Well, no, I think. Okay, I think we're good now. What the fuck? My phone looking all
No.
day.
Nah, it's not good.
I'm sorry, yo.
Oh, that's all right. Go reboot your router.
Okay.
Go reboot your internet. Come back.
First time's a charm. I'll be back.
That's it. We know many other people in the community who constantly and persistently will call in and call in and call in and call in or call their brother. Again, 69 of you here watching. It's really remarkable how often this number happens on this channel. 69 of you watching right now, this instant. You guys are awesome, and your commitment to the number and this channel never cease to amaze me. Ladies and gentlemen, we have in the chat the one and only Mr. Craig Wilton. And it breaks my heart that Craig is not a channel member right now. Can we try to change that, ladies and gentlemen? Also, the Great Lane coming in saying Addison's internet not good. Addison internet not good. Lane should be a cable guy. That's a very, very astute assessment. But for those of you who might just be tuning in, earlier today, we did raffle off the Sauce Gardner helmet. It went to the great Chef Kevin. And we have begun taking raffles and chances now for the Wayne Cribbett autographed helmet, which will be delivered here tomorrow. Uh-oh. Both Australians are not channel members? What are we doing here? There's some sort of boycott? Vlad Smith. Vikings over under 14 wins with Rodgers? Under. Jefferson and Addison like to get the ball downfield. He doesn't like to throw it downfield. Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. The great Craig from Australia is now a channel member. Craig, thank you. I appreciate you, good sir. And right after, the legend himself, Rick Kent, gifted 5. That went to Thomas Bongiovi, John Malik, Francisco Pecoraro, Tyler Hickenbottom, and Raul Havana. Rick, you are tremendous. Craig, you're a legend as well. You are an international legend, Craig. And since Rick gifted 5, I will drop 1 as well. And the one I gifted went to FM. All right, Addy. I think you're going to have to make me do this alone, buddy. I think it's intervention time here on the channel. Oh, thank you, Jesus. You clicked in. Hey, can you hear me?
Hi, how you doing?
Hi, how are you? You good?
First time in time, baby. It was
Hell
the
yeah.
hat. It was
Hell
the
yeah.
hat.
It was the hat. It's definitely the hat. Did you change the jersey in the background as well?
No, I changed my socks. No. It's Sanchez, baby. Sanchez all day.
Nice. All right. Oh, and his internet kicked out. Oh,
Nope.
I'm sure he will call back in again.
Oh. I thought you were talking about mine again. I was like, fuck. But we good. Hell yeah.
Oh, Mr. Roberts, haven't seen you here in a bit. Jets. Let's go. Rick, it's been several attempts in and out. Not Addy, somebody else.
And not the great ass burger place that you should try before you die.
Whoa! We got more action in the chat. Craig just gifted 5 memberships from Down Under. Thank you, Mr. Wilton. You're the man. They went to Golden Slums Media page, MJ from Jax, Marcelo 2005, Joe Price, and Nick Teodoro. Congratulations. Now, here comes the public service announcement part of the show. For those of you that watch the Bobby Midnight show, the legend Bobby Midnight, something happened today, and it's going to get addressed right now. Mike, what's going on?
I was telling you Charles is the best.
Hold on. You've been drinking today?
No.
Don't lie to me. Have you been drinking today?
I'm not lying. Charles and my buddy.
Hold on. I don't want no nonsense. Don't lie to me. Look at me right now. You want to be my buddy? You tell me the truth. You've been drinking today?
I'm not drinking today.
Mikey? I see that, but I want the truth. Why would you talk to Bobby like that earlier? I don't like that.
Yeah, man.
Bobby's he's an idiot sometimes.
No, he's not. Mike,
no.
You're lying to me right now. If you lie to me about drinking, you won't come on the show anymore, Mike. It's not how this works. If you want to be my friend, you're going to tell me the truth. Have you drank today? Yes or no? Did you drink today? Mikey, did you drink today?
Will the sound go out now, or is it not talking?
Yeah, hey, love. You don't talk to Bobby like that. Listen, I know these two, Bobby and Mike, have a unique relationship. But
yeah,
there's no reason to talk to Bobby like that or treat Bobby like that. And this is all fun and games here. We're all friends. That's your brother. You don't treat your brother like shit. You don't publicly shame your brother. You don't put your brother down like that. Yeah. Bobby got money last week. The first thing Bobby does is what, Addy? Buys Mikey a laptop so Mikey can be more engaged in the community. Mikey gets money. What's he do?
Man, today, this morning.
Goes get some tall boys so he can get drunk and shame his brother and then not go to work. There's a difference.
And this morning, you heard Bobby was in a great mood this morning. It's so rare. Bobby was in a great mood this morning.
Hysterical.
It was fucking awesome.
I was pissing my pants with laughter in the Discord with Bobby's mood today. And I feel horrible for Bobby. You know what, Nathan?
Yeah.
That's what we do here on this channel. Sometimes if someone needs help, we're gonna have to take care of it. It's the way it is.
Friends do that. Friends do that to friends.
Yeah. You know, because some of this stuff is bigger than a show. Some of this stuff is actually about real life. And knowing how he gets when he consumes alcohol, it's not good for Bobby. It's not good for Mikey. It's not good for anybody. And Bomber, yeah, this shirt is fire. The shirt's nice. Got little sleeves on the side. Shit's loose. Losing weight. Shirt's loose. Hell yeah.
This shirt is fire. This shirt is fire.
Bobby Midnight, 2024.
So he was a lot more Bobby back then in 2024.
Yeah, Big Will, he did. And we called him out for that and told him he was being a knucklehead.
Yeah.
I think he tried to troll and be funny, and it kind of backfired because he didn't know where to go with it.
Yeah. And I went outside to get something to drink, and by the time I came back, the call into Boy Green's show had already happened. I would have at least told them not to do it. I don't know if that would have stopped the call from happening, but I definitely would have been like, no, Bobby, no. So yeah, I didn't even know that happened until I got back.
Yeah. Love Bite says real life stuff should be handled backstage. I agree somewhat, and a lot of it is. And can't help when you put a call-in link in your chat and someone calls in about 8 times so far to try to get on air. So eventually you back me into a corner, I'm going to call you out for it. And the only thing that's made him stop clicking in time and time again was calling him out for drinking. And then he didn't want to answer me, and then he left the show on his own. So got your answer right there.
Yeah.
Listen, is Bobby perfect? No, none of us are. He didn't deserve that today. He doesn't deserve that any day. Infrared, then you're watching the wrong show, man. Put all of my shit out there. I'm as transparent as they come. And if people want to come at me or my friends, if I'm putting my story out there, I got no problem with it. If anyone's got an issue with that, I'm sorry. Maybe this ain't the show for you.
Oh, yeah.
That's the way it is. If I'm going to put my story out there to help people, and people are going to ask me for help and then betray that help and just keep going and sucking down tall boys, there you go. We got that. Chris, good luck, man. Kick ass, brother. I love you, buddy.
Good luck with that. My dad's on dialysis too, so hearts out to you, Chris.
A reality show called The Woodrow.
Hell yeah.
Better the Kardashians. And if you saw Bobby's show the other day when he was dancing, they got more of a dupa than the Kardashians do. Dave Brigga, Nick, you have taken those guys under your wings, hell or high water. It's a lot of hell. Thank God I'm tall. Thank God I'm tall. It's the only thing that prevents me from drowning.
Yep. My phone is bugging. Damn it. Sit. Come on, you fucker.
Yeah, Clancy. Bobby did look really thin. He looked really thin. That upper body, man. You know, we've met Bobby in person. We've seen Bobby in person. We've lifted Bobby 13 rows to get to his seats like we were building a tower.
Yeah,
myself,
like,
Clancy, Addy, Nate, Rob, V, Hank, Jay Quest.
We'd help too.
Yeah,
We'd
Tom
help.
Ace. We were all, Jay Graves. We were all trying to get him up there. And now, it might only take like 8 of us instead of 10.
Man.
But
Yeah,
man,
that was
he looked a lot thinner. He looked a lot thinner,
Yeah.
man. I'm happy for him. I told him my goal is to walk to the stadium with him this year. Get him out all summer long. You know, you start now. I don't know who told you that, Rick. I don't know who lied to you and told you that, but my shoulder socket is still not in place yet.
Hell yeah.
Dave, I don't have a problem with people drinking. There's been people who call into the show and have had a couple. But if
Yeah.
they have a problem with it, they're not bringing it to me or my friends. So I don't have a problem with people drinking. I have a problem with people who drink, reach out to me, ask me to help stop, and then don't. That's where the problem lies. And then treat people that I care about like shit when they're drinking.
Thank you, Clancy. I'm not Mikey. And it's a little different.
I get what you're saying in essence, Dave, but to each its own. Addison is a functioning adult with a job who takes care of his life and his responsibilities. Now, if I'm the one doing it, that's the hypocritical part.
True that.
I don't have an issue with it. I'm sober just over 2 years. I'm clean for over 2 years. I have no problem with people smoking.
It all affects us differently. And I'm fine.
Yeah. Now, if somebody was
Cheers,
smoking and if Addison was smoking and degrading his friends and talking to them the way alcohol made other people act today, I would probably react the same way. I know I would. It's not the instance. But
man, that's a rabbit hole right there. Weed versus alcohol.
yeah, that's an interesting something I'm not getting into as we are getting close to starting hour 4.
That's all. Yeah, man. Take a step.
Amazing
back,
though. He just to make a point. He clicked into the show 8 different times. And the second that I tell him, don't lie to me, 69 people watching again. Also, awesome. I'm convinced you 69 people must get together and be like, all right, we're going to block. No one else can come in. 69. That's it. Sense of abuse. All right, Dave. All right, Dave. Sorry you feel that way, Dave. And Carly texting 69 from bed should make another 100 people show up instantly.
Damn right. Man.
Ricky, New York, eloquently putting this. Not at all, Dave. I'm smoking right now. Doesn't mean I can't see a person's behavior as unacceptable due to their drinking. If he was a happy drunk, it'd be different. You can't treat people like that, especially your brother. 100%. It's the behavior that comes with it, not the act itself. That's the issue there, Dave. It's why bars and alcohol are sold everywhere, and I go to a Jet game sober, and they're singing country songs about pour me another shot of whiskey on the sing-along with words on the screen. For the majority of people, it's not a problem. But if I have it, major problems happen. So I don't think you can just compare apples and oranges. I think you have to look at the instance. All right, Dave, don't be immature and start name calling.
Sure,
don't. Stop. How about them Jets?
Stone. I'm out of control.
Oh, I missed Clancy's comment, Dave. I'm sorry. I don't read Clancy's comments, so Clancy said something first. I try to avoid Clancy's comments because the last time I read one of them, he mentioned Duke. So did anyone have on their bingo card when I asked Lane about Carly's bikinis, he's saying my girlfriend's Orthodox? What the fuck? Lane, what are you going to do with the bikinis if you get them? Nothing. My girlfriend's Orthodox. Didn't see that one coming. Did not.
Where's weed at?
There he is. Oh, and Carly, I moved the show up to 8:00 so that I could get you to call in with Lane. It's the only reason I moved it up an hour early on Sundays. And when I'm ready to go to Lane, you're in bed. You have been here, and I appreciate you for it. I'm just teasing you. You were even in the Discord in the pregame. Yes. And speaking of beauty rest, you have, Carly. I'm just teasing you, my friend. But, ladies and gentlemen, we are closing in on the completion of 3 hours. I think it's the time to start. What did we learn? What did we learn today? I learned that Bobby was wrong and Santa's pretty fucking cool, especially Jet Santa. Carly says, I'm trying to fix my sleep cycle, but Nick's new work schedule isn't helping. So basically what I get from that is Nick is keeping Carly up all night. Addison, thoughts on that breaking news?
Well, if you're up longer than 4 hours, call someone.
Yes. Carly learned that Lane's girlfriend is Orthodox, and she also learned that the Tooth Fairy will be visiting Lane tonight. Very good. Very good. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any more What Did We Learns, drop them right now. Once again, for those of you, 69 of you watching, you dedicated sick bastards you are. Congratulations to Chef Kevin. Chef Kevin will be shipped this Sauce Gardner helmet. I'll go drop that off tomorrow morning before work. Get that to Kevin.
Make sure he's not wearing any Yankee stuff while you do that.
I will.
Oh, yeah.
I definitely will for you. A bet's a bet. Tom Ace, I learned Santa will be bringing Lane some bikinis for Christmas, but only if he's a good boy this year. Patty Grimes, I learned Lane likes bikinis. Not just any bikinis. Carlos.
I like bikinis.
No! Jay, is this official? Damn it. I said 4 for 160. Damn it. I was just off. Craig, I learned that the raffle prize doesn't need to be shipped to Australia. Well, if you win, we're just waiting for you to come here, and I hand it to you in person. So, good luck on the next one. I learned that drunk people around St. Patty's Day are a lot cooler than sober folks. Cheers, Jets family. Well, I'm sorry I'm not cool for you, Infrared. Weird comment. Craig, I hope you win. Just so I can hand it to you in person. Rick Kent learned that Sarah likes to say, oh golly. Craig says, Rick, usually it's golly gosh.
Golly gosh.
It's from Jordan Schultz. Okay. Love bites. Here we go. Good one. I learned that Lane has the moxie of a hockey player. Very good.
Awesome. 4 for 120.
I learned
that
on this channel, we can bring someone new on, and you guys will embrace it and enjoy the interview. So maybe we'll start looking for more people who you might not know of, but have some really cool Jet stories to tell, and go that route. You know, it's listen, we're a very tight-knit community, and we are open and embracing to new members of it. And I think a lot of people found out Frank's story tonight, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. I know I did. And maybe in this segment on Sunday nights, we will start to add to that, and maybe get some different Jets fans on that you might not know from the YouTube world, and open up that book. You know, people always say that, you know, some people give feedback that they are it's the same voices all the time that they hear. So 69 people watching again. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
Damn right.
But I'll do that. I'll start looking for people who you might not know from regular YouTube shows that you guys watch, and get their stories out here and have a little fun with this in the off season.
Fucking dope. So looking for players.
Nathan,
parents,
I learned this
Nathan.
channel is better than most reality TV shows. It's real here, man. Listen, we'll love you, we'll embrace you, and if you act the fool, we'll call you out. That's the way I'm in my real life, man. That's why I'm sober for 2 years. It's about accountability. If you're gonna be a dick, I'm gonna tell you. You're gonna be the best person in the world, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna keep it real no matter what. It's up to you how I react to you. Bomber, I learned the Jets are going 12-5 this year. Hell yeah. Jets go 12-5. Bobby and Mike get to live with Jake. He said that. Stack, I learned that people go low, but Nick Shine will always go high. Nice. Infrared, I learned that we have the best football family on the planet. Ricky, I learned Lane has an Orthodox girlfriend. Carly is losing sleep because of me. Because of me, she's up all night. Say it right, Rick. Lane still believes in Santa. Dave sees all substances the same way, but the more I smoke, the less it matters. Oh, it's good. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the one and the only Boomtown. Boomtown, it is your time to shine. See what I did there, Addy?
I did.
Brain's working.
I like
See what
what
I
you
did
did
there?
there.
Ladies and
Shine
gentlemen.
on.
Oh, there we go, Ricky. I also learned that hard toffee is bad for your teeth.
I learned that.
Boomtown, please
Oh,
inform
right now.
everyone here. What happened? Your audio sucky. I think he's getting phone calls from somebody. Ladies and gentlemen, Boomtown, would you please drop what did you learn? Here we go, folks. Boomtown learned Lane really wants a Carly bikini.
There we go. We're good.
69 is undefeated on this channel. Nick has requirements for DT. Carly likes the organ. Wesley Walker is a sweetheart. Frank West is a beauty. Bonus. A minute 9 is the perfect time. The Marty Lyons charity is about to get a Shiner boost. Not even Mr. West could pry loose the Charles Gorman chicken soup recipe. Double bonus. Charles needs to see the field due to his loud farts getting flagged. Weed has a tremendous Aussie accent. Lane has a missing tooth. the bikini saga sure took an odd turn. Triple bonus. Sometimes backstage issues need to be addressed on the main stage. Bobby has gone from needing 12 lifters to just 8. Infrared had some difficulty reading the room tonight. Well done. Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, we the people who Dave M does not like or approve of.
No.
The person, the lifestyle, or the screen name.
You're the devil.
He learned don't drink and scoot. Also, don't drink in YouTube.
Yeah.
Mr. People, thank you for the super chat. And with that $5 super chat, you have an entry into the Wayne Corbett autographed helmet.
All right.
It would be a pleasure to drop it off to you, sir.
I gotta
And to see you.
open that thing.
Yeah, you got 3 weeks. So let me pull up.
Stupid.
Where are we? 1, 2. April 6th. April 6th, we will have our next drawing. And then April 27th will be the Ken O'Brien jersey drawing. We'll do every 3 weeks. We'll get something new. And as long as you guys and gals keep enjoying it and want to participate in it, we'll keep it going. You know, if it gets big enough, we can get bigger and better prizes. So as always, everything we do on this channel is driven by the chat. Addison, Matthew has a comment for you.
Doing this so Nick has to read it. : Go Duke. :
That's where most Duke teammates spend time together with each other in the locker room, in each other's colon.
He did put the colon in front of it.
He did put a colon. Duke fans love the colon.
They do. So
But
I've
Matthew,
heard.
thank you for being a member of the channel for 8 months. Clancy, why don't you go eat a bag of Dukes? Go eat a bag of Dukes, Clancy.
Yeah.
Weed says colon. That's where Dave likes to hang out at. Oh, Rick Kent, now you suck. You've been so cool for so long, Rick Kent.
Man. USC, baby. Not basketball, though. I don't really care about college basketball.
Carly says go orange. 3 siblings says I'm coming out of the closet and I'm gay. All right. Congratulations.
Hey.
I didn't know Fluffy turned into Flaky, but go ahead, man. It's your life. You do what you want. We don't judge here.
You know where the Lakers head coach went to college?
Where who?
The Lakers head coach. Where did he go to college?
Who's the head coach? Who's the head coach right now? Reddick?
Yep.
You know why he got a red dick? Spending too much time in his teammate's colon.
What?
Good comment here by Adirondack. Thank you for your show, Nick. Great guest. I'm working right now, so it's a great conversation to listen to. Thanks again. Thank you to the big fella, Thunderlips, Alan, Craig Wilton for becoming a member, Rick Kent for gifting, Craig for gifting, Weed for the super chat, and all of you for hitting the like button. This is 2 weeks in a row. We are way over the 100 like button for the Sunday show. I appreciate you guys. Tune in this week. I'm not sure what nights. It's going to depend on Jets news. If there's Jets news, I will be on. Tuesday night, I will be on. We will have week 15, Bobby Midnight Weight Loss Challenge. We have 1 week. We basically have 9 days left for Bob to lose weight. He's down 44.4 pounds so far for a total of $3,996.
Damn.
It is remarkable what he's done. We hope that he keeps it up when the journey ends, when the challenge ends. And
Hell yeah.
I call all of you out in the chat who care and love about Bobby to keep him motivated, to keep it going. Now that the weather's getting nice, to start exercising. Let's put it this way. He's lost 44 pounds without exercise, just from changing his diet. So to lose the next 44 pounds, you kick that exercise in on top of it, Bobby could be down another 40 by the end of the summer.
Be wearing medium.
That would be great. That would be great. Yeah, and I talked to Alona. Because he's losing weight so quickly and he says he plans to keep with this, we're not going to buy the whole new wardrobe right now. We're going to get him a couple things for now, let the little time level out, and then get him some more. So
see what his body does after that.
Yeah. We don't want to go. I mean, listen, we're 44 pounds, $90 or $20 from us. We both pledged $10. You're looking at $880 we owe him right now and change. We buy that whole new wardrobe right now. He sticks with this, loses another 40 pounds. We just burned $900 on a wardrobe that won't fit him anymore. So, I'm not going anywhere in his life. I want to make sure we take care of him, get him a wardrobe, and make sure the money is spent wisely for this. You know? So it's going to be great seeing him lose more weight. It's going to be great watching him move around. And it will be great walking into the stadium. 69 people watching again. It's really remarkable. You can't make this shit up. I almost feel like there's a glitch. I almost feel like there's a glitch on this channel. You cannot make it up. It says it right there. 69 watching now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
And one jackass.
Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you. Addie, you want to tell everyone where you're going tonight?
Well, I don't have to go to work till later on in the afternoon tomorrow, so I will be up tonight in a lovely place we call the DP. And you all should come along. Clancy, you've been neglecting the DP, and we miss you.
Yeah, I think is Clancy. Is he finding other places to penetrate? He's not in the Discord anymore with us.
I don't know.
Clancy and Nate haven't. I don't know. I haven't seen Clancy and Nate much lately in there.
Nate was in there earlier.
Hawk is here, ladies and gentlemen. Bobby going to walk into MetLife for the home opener in a Gucci velour sweatsuit and Versace moccasins.
Hell yeah!
Nice.
With a chick on each arm.
We get him a pair of Alden shoes to walk in with.
Hell yeah! Make him push you. I know you won't need it.
Just popped in, new to the channel. Welcome, my friend. Pleasure to have you here. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Sunday nights, 8 p.m. right here. Throughout the week with my work schedule, 11:20 Eastern, 11:30, depending on what school I'm at, what side of town I'm on. Just keep an eye on the YouTube channel. If you are in the Discord, I will make announcements of what nights I'm going on. If there's Jets news, I will be on. But Tuesday is definite. Thursday is definite. The other days we'll play by ear. But ladies and gentlemen, you've been watching the Nick Shine Show. I am your host, Nick. You are the awesome chat. That is my good friend, Addison. We will see you in the Discord. Oh, we basically waited for this. It's 11:11. Make a wish.
Nice. I wish Dave M grows a pair of balls.
Whoa. That escalated. I wish that if you're not trying to make somebody's life better, zip it. That's what I wish for. Big fella coming in. Started the show off with a 10 spot of memberships. Ends the show. I wish Lane gets the bikini he is asking for. Big fella, I don't know if you were here when Lane called in. I asked him, what are you going to do with the bikini if I can get it for you? And he looks to the side as somebody looks back at the camera and goes, Oh, I really can't do anything with it. My girlfriend's Orthodox.
Man.
I also wish that Dave M could grow a pair of balls.
Hell yeah. Pretty fucking much.
You had to fuck it up. You had to come in here. Now we're down to 68 watching. You're the
I
dickhead
know,
that ruined it. You're
I
the dickhead that ruined it. You're a dickhead.
I just wanted to get that out. Dave M, grow a pair of balls. Love you guys.
Oh yeah.
Can you get? Damn it.
There he goes.
All right, I know he's watching. Oh, weed you pelican. You know how you made the followed up by Sarah, bloody pelican.
Bloody pelican.
You know how you made the photo of Jake with the tomato?
Yeah.
Can you make a picture, Reed, of me with someone growing a pair of balls? But don't make it actual testicles. Make it like softballs. Son of a bitch. We don't see this guy forever. Now he's calling in when I'm trying to end the show.
Hey,
what's up, Clancy?
Yeah.
Welcome back. Welcome.
Tony Clancy.
And
you guys.
Miss you too. Just to prove that Weed does have two accounts. He left, went back. You came in, and it stayed at 69, which means he had two accounts going.
Bastard.
I also wanted to just say, I wish Dave M had a pair of balls.
Oh man, poor Dave M.
No, he's an idiot. It's not it's not the act of, or what someone's doing. It's what comes with it and the behavior that's attached to it. I'm fucking chill when I smoke. Mikey gets fucking off the hinges when he's drinking. If I fucking started smoking and calling people dickheads and pussies and assholes, and then there might be a problem. Then I might consider stop smoking weed if that makes me do that. If that's my reaction.
It's the behavior. And I don't think Dave is in tune with the behaviors that come with Mikey. And I think that's part of the issue. I think Dave's premise is okay, but he's not knowledgeable about the depths of the hell that gets created.
I challenge Dave to a trivia challenge any day of the week.
Hell yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, our friend Hawk from Down Under asking for a 24-hour stream. Let's fucking go, boys. Hawk, you are now in for the Wayne Corbett autograph helmet raffle, which will be held here 3 weeks from tonight, April 6th. Good luck to you, my friend. Also, you're going to have to fucking wait for October. I am not shipping it to Australia. I will gladly hand it to you in person if you win that or any of the other raffles.
Isn't that like bittersweet seeing the A in front of the dollar sign and Hawk's name now?
Hey.
For
I send you. Hawk, how much is your super chat? It's $5. I don't know what that fucking accent is, but it just sounded funny.
It's really like $4.40.
Yeah. It's the exchange rate on them Australian dollars.
Oh, that he doesn't qualify for a raffle. It's $5.
He only gets 3/4 of one.
That's it. That's it. He gets the face mask. Someone else will get the helmet with the autograph on it.
Yeah, so don't worry.
Dave,
I'm watching still.
Dave, give Mikey your number. Yeah. Dave. Let's have you deal with Mikey on the phone and then watch you come back in the chat and go, oh, yeah, fuck that. You should have been
See what you guys are saying. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You're going to change your tone real quick.
I grew a pair of balls. I'm back.
Yeah. Sorry, man. You guys were right. That dude can't handle anything. I love that he shouldn't just say, yes, I've been drinking. He completely stopped calling in at that point, which tells you everything you need to know.
No, once he knew you weren't going to stop asking him, he made his way to the computer. Trying to get out of there.
It was like...
You say that?
No.
This was the walk.
He said it without saying it.
Yeah. And then his audio cut out. It was like, oh, this motherfucker, goddamn it, why fucking ask me this fucking question?
Jay.
Hawk, what time is it in Australia? It's like what? If it's 11:17
It's
here,
like
it's what?
2:47.
3:15 there. It's 14 hours right now.
2:47. I don't know why. I told you, just from Bobby asking Sarah all the time, I know the exact time.
I just got used to the winter solstice, and now the clock changed again.
It went
and
back.
now I'm thrown into flux. I had just figured out because I had it last summer, and then the time change happened. But now the time change happened again, and I gotta.
Yeah, it's 14.5 now. There was a few months where it was 15.5.
All right, it's almost 2 p.m.
But I was still wrong. Yeah, it was 1:47, not 2:47.
All right, it's 1:47.
Yeah.
No, clock says it's 1:47.
Nice.
I was off by now.
Midday.
Oh, it's 15.5 hours. All right.
No, that was after the clocks went back. It's back to 14.5 now.
No, Hawk's telling me it's 1:47 right now.
I know, that's 2 hours past 11:18.
Oh, you're right. You're right. It's 11:08. I'm sorry. I got my time mixed up.
That's why I said 2. I fucked it up as well.
I think Jay wants to come in and say
14.5.
something.
You just do 12 plus 2.5. You know, whatever.
Come on, Jay. Do you have any messages for anyone out there about growing anything?
He's talking wild shit right now.
I
don't care. He talks shit about Bobby. Listen, we'll love you and we'll embrace you, but we protect our own. Bobby's one
He
of us.
won't remember that, Mikey, tomorrow. He won't remember that.
Nah.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Hawk, the show's 3 hours. Watch it 8 times. You got your 24-hour stream, my friend.
3:16 for Stone Cold, baby.
Hawk is single-handedly trying to rebuild and upgrade all of Adelaide, one house, one pipe, one wire at a time. Hawk, we support you.
Adelaide great again.
He's already applying to be like on the city council to upgrade all of those.
Come here. Look at,
oh yeah.
They still.
But ladies and gentlemen, Clancy, see you in the DP in a little bit. I will use the bathroom and I'll be in there. This could be a fun DP tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been watching the Nick Shine Show. Thank you so much for your support. We are at 1,390 subscribers. We will try to hit 1,400 this week. Spread the word. If you have friends, family, Jets fans, tell them, hey, check the show out. I like it. You should like it too. And if not, we will have Dave M come and yell at you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Have a good night. Clancy, Addie, and everyone else, enjoy the pipe. And I'm Nick Shine, and I support this message.
No Diddy.
Damn right. Grow some balls, David.
And just because we don't see him anymore.
Hey, Shiners. It's a party. My house. Discord party.
Let's got beat.
Dave M., you're going to hate this fucking song. I don't recommend you listen to it.
Hey, Shiners. It's a party. My house. Discord party.
Let's got beat.
Yo, we at Sean's crib about to turn up. Music bumping, party jumping. Please someone fill my cup. We greet each other Merry Christmas. And let the Jets suck while Bobby yells at Santa. Shut the fuck up. Then Gary intervenes and tells them don't be mean. Eat a stick of butter every day and you'll be lean. Then Santa runs off. I hope we left some gifts because Bobby scared him off. He's on the naughty list. This whole party's lit. Nate, Clancy, many more. We hardly fit. And Addison and Weeds bought that Marley spliff. I licked on my lips cause old Jenna G make my heartbeat skip. Damn Charles Gorman, was that a fart you ripped? Too much egg in your the hot dogs and chips. Now I want my dip. Tell me where the hell is Santa? He ran so quick. I checked the bathroom and oh shit.
I think that called for it to be aired tonight.
Oh, yeah.
I think that called for it. And we are back because Hawk is trying to make sure this show doesn't end. He sent 25. My head's tired. He sent 5 memberships, and they went to Pittsburgh Pete, Amid Hayoka, Bobby Sweaty Scrotum, Richard Clark, and my son's account, Nick Shine. That is not my other account. That is Nikki's account. Hawk, thank you. Yeah, we're not ending yet. We're not ending yet. Just know, Hawk, with that gift that you gave me, I will buy some very sexy underwear. That way, Sarah has to be jealous because you bought me lingerie. So, Sarah, and Rick Kent with a very important note. Tigo didn't get one either. Oh, Hawk would have been so mad. He would have flew back to America and beat up Tigo just to then fly back if he would have gave one that went to him.
Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Never gonna get it.
I'm typing it right now before Hawk does.
Come here, Colin.
Oh, great name for it. Damn, he beat me. It's hashtag keep Tigo Gray.
I forgot the hashtag.
Awesome.
There's one thing that matters. It's keep Tigo Gray.
That's it. That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, good night until we meet again. Or someone else says, fuck it, this show's not ending. Enjoy.
It's got me.
Gentry covered in football. Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show. Dim the lights, but it's still bright as Nick time. Day or night, this is his prime, it's Nick Shine. Proud fan, well defined, so get in line. Toe to toe with any show, he only got 9. The best show on YouTube, bro, is easy. We talk Jets all day, please believe me. Subscribe, you just gotta click a family. We not a click in 3D. You can see a beautiful DP. We see through the fake teams and the tea leaves. So we pray for a coach and a QB and hope that we close to the top in the new league. A toast to the host with the most, Nicky. Who, me? Any day, any night, we all shine, bro. First class shine time, the Nick Shine Show. Anytime on YouTube, if you don't know, the Nick Shine Show, the Nick Shine Show.
Fantastic. All right. We're back.
Let's go, ISU.
We are still here live.
Oh, yeah.
Because
I'm not going anywhere until Dave grows a pair of balls.
Maybe a while.
Come on. Because Hawk gifted 5. Sarah, let me see if I can get one for you. Oh, went to my buddy Chris Curtis. And I think I missed one.
Hey, see.
Yeah, I owe one more. Hold on, Sarah. I'm going to try one more. I got to gift one more. Just
Come
how
on,
generous
Sarah.
the chat was tonight.
Will.
Dear YouTube membership gods, we come before you on the day that Dave M insulted all of my friends and ask you to place this gifted membership upon Sarah. And with us doing so, she has to fly to America, leave Hawk, and now become mine. Not my girlfriend, just my servant, my live-in nurse, someone who takes care of my decrepit foot. Thank you. Love you. Thank you for peanut butter and the Jets. Amen.
And send Dave M a pair of balls.
Oh, it went to Gia. Damn it, even worse. Gia, get the fuck out. What are you doing here?
Where do you see that?
In the YouTube chat, it went to Gia. There's my servant. You know what? That's what I get. Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to go bar the doors and the windows. Got to watch what you ask for in life. Somewhere, David M. just did a fist pump like Derek Jeter at shortstop. That's what Nick Shine gets.